Team total. Under pressure, off his back foot, up for grabs, and caught! C.J. Daniels, a tremendous one-handed catch.
This Auburn team in the last couple of games, they've started well on their opening drive. Going to the end zone here, and boy, a lot of hand checking going on. That's a touchdown. How about the reception from Cam Coleman? He and Julian Neal were battling in that far corner. Amazing.
You want to talk about Superman types of grabs.
And it's a play-action pass, and it's intercepted. Zabian Brown with one man who can catch him. Zabian Brown all the way. Touchdown, Alabama.
It's huge. It was great to be as a player and now be as a GM and watch these guys. I'm going to watch here for a second. Oh, ball! Go, Jay, go! Go, Jay! Go!
Who's going to break through at some point? Fake! He's got him! What a call! Singleton! Balls! Touchdown!
Flag obviously down, and Carr will take a shot with it. Wow, what an effort by Fields! Malachi Fields with a sensational grab.
Catch from Lewis to Thompson to get down here in the red zone on this drive. Play action for Brendan Lewis, throwing with a hand in his face to the back of the end zone. Brady Cluse laying out for it. Waiting on a signal. It's a touchdown!
It looked like he had a foot in.
That is his first career touchdown.
Glance to try to convert with pressure coming. There's a flag on the play. Glance running all the way back to Blowing Rock in the process of heaving this football late. And it is caught in the end zone.
I expect the ball to go to this three receiver side with DeAndre Johnson right in the middle. 6'8".
Launches it down the field. And it lands in the hands of Johnson off the carom of a defender for a touchdown. 62 yards. Are you kidding me? 30-19 for Jennings. Jennings. Flush to Luave, almost got him. Oh, but I got one hand. What a catch by Jordan Hudson for a team that is not aggressive at all going forward on fourth down.
No, not at all. And I swear, he didn't have to go up with one hand. He was just trying to show off there. Could have easily got two hands, but...
There will be a chance for a return here. It's Cameron Petaway coming up the field. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! For the second straight season, Bowling Green has started the season with a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Partner, you called.
They don't overturn that, but he was able to turn his body.
3:15 to go in the half. Pavia to the end zone. It's caught! Alexander with an athletic highlight catch for the touchdown.
Here's Morton. Downfield strike, and brought in by Aiken. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line.
And they are, at the very least, in the verge of field goal range. Arch Manning looking like Grandpa. Touchdown!
Polino does not have long range in terms of field goal tries.
Yep.
Here's a play fake, Mensa to throw. There's the shot downfield. There's Brown. It's caught. Touchdown, Duke. 43 yards to Quayshawn Brown.
How in the heck do you let Quayshawn Brown get behind you in that situation? I have no idea.
And as long as you are in the top 10, you're going to get one of those at-large bids. Play action for Beck. He's going to take a shot for C.J. Daniels into the end zone. Oh, he caught it for a touchdown. With a defender right in his face, C.J. Daniels adds to the Miami lead.
He topped off the game last week with the touchdown pass to Malachi Tony. This is a heck of an individual effort by C.J. Daniels.
Wow.
Tannehill had the win. Whitehurst had 4 of them. Downfield shot. Wow, what a catch! Vandrevius Jacobs is loose. Wow! 74 yards. You have to think Ryan Williams' catch last year against Georgia. I mean, going up for this, spinning around and scoring.
I'm not sure I know.
C.J. Baxter's come in at running back. Manning takes off running, throws on the run, very close to the line of scrimmage. Caught in the back of the end zone for a Ryan Wingo touchdown.
He'll throw again on 3rd and goal. And his pass is intercepted. It's picked off by Lovelace. He might run it back. Lovelace is gone. What an incredible turnaround. It looks like Georgia Tech's going in to make it a 1-score game. Instead, a 100-yard pick six for the Panthers.
Is a bit thin today. No Tony Harsty, he's still out, and then Emerson Cortez Menjivar is out for this game. Oh, blocked! Inayu's got it into the end zone for the touchdown!
Three-man rush with a spy. Kiltree's hit. The ball is out. Picked up by James Madison. Touchdown for the Dukes. Drew Spinagatti, the scoop and score. True freshman from Spartanburg, South Carolina. He's out wide. Pressure off the edge. Easter makes the catch, fumbles the football, and it's picked up by Syracuse. Anwar Sparrow down the sideline and into the end zone for a scoop and score.
And Clayton Johnson again weaves his way through traffic. On the way. And the Mustangs into the end zone again.
They've got 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Ashford trying to redeem himself. He takes a deep shot, has a man, it's Hernandez, puts it on the money. Touchdown. 79 yards.
Boy, he's a football player.
He's going to be fun to watch.
That's the kind of guy I love defending my country, by the way.
That's right.
Chauncey Cobb, 10, 20, 30. Cobb 40. Cobb's got one man to beat. Cobb's gonna go. No flags. Touchdown.
Yeah, BYU's offense, we're sort of moving on, but that was intense. Josh Hoover on the sideline with his star wideout. Bachmeier across the middle to the tight end. More broken tackles. There goes Carson Ryan. Dives for the pylon. Touchdown. 43 yards. That's one way to do it. 1st and 10. Ahmad Hardy bends it back to the near side. He is something special, folks. Ahmad Hardy has a hat trick. 43-yard touchdown run.
A load at running back. They like to give him the football in short yardage situations.
Dead Stockton stepping up, throwing complete, and it's Thomas who's free. Breaks a tackle inside the 30. Thomas cutting it back again. Another Georgia touchdown.
Coming off his worst game of the season. Off play action. Another deep shot. That's caught. It's a two-lane touchdown. No flags on the field. Anthony Brown Stevens. This two-lane offense had been waiting to wake up and hit some explosive plays.
Reverse. McCown gonna throw. And it looked as if the tight end stepped out of bounds. That's Overmeyer, who's in for a touchdown. Now this call is going to be interesting. Did he go out on his own or was he forced out?
In the glass bowl, ready to get things started on a Wednesday night. We're underway. Midweek action is here. Trayvon Rudolph, the return man. Big hole opens up for Rudolph. Plenty of room to run. Turns the corner. Steps on the gas. Rudolph. 20 yards to go. It's a foot race. He's in. Touchdown, Toledo. Trayvon Rudolph. How about that for some action? A 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Here on 3rd and 11 after that tackle for a loss. It's Cam Peters going deep. One-on-one coverage on the outside. There's that man, Josiah Rockwell. 45 yards down the field on that reception.
Catch radius. You know, you hear the term so. Tide have some backup, fresh defensive linemen in there on this 3rd down. They bring pressure. Ball's out quickly. Catch is made by Simmons. He's running. Simmons breaks free. It's a foot race. He's finally brought down inside the 5, the Tigers.
Here we go. Again.
Second free play in a row. Cross-field pass. Byron Brown, another flag comes in. Singleton was interfered with, and he still makes the catch.
Armenta back to throw. Clean pocket. He's going to air it out. Going deep. Looking for Trujillo. Did he hold on? Yes, he did.
Beautiful pass.
Thankful he was for this experience and to be here in a Tennessee uniform. He said, I grew up idolizing players myself, and so being in that position is different. Here's a deep ball. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chris Brazel the second. It's a 52-yard strike from Aguilar to Brazel.
Diego Pavia over 400 yards now. This has to be a stat-building drive for Diego Pavia.
That was 37, looking for a chunk here. Touchdown, what a catch by Hoskins. Play clock down to 5. They're going to hand it to Richard. He got it and more. Turbo Richard near side to the 20. Richard banged out of bounds at the 15.
Just eat up as much of this time as you possibly can. They will keep it on the ground. What a job by Bullock to keep his balance, and he is gone. Kentrell Bullock to the house. Or you can do that. He was stopped for a loss of about 1 or 2, but put his hand on the ground, kept his balance, and Kentrell Bullock runs the touchdown in, and that may be the dagger here in Mobile.
2 tight ends, going to hand again. This is Shepard trying to fight back on the counter. He does. First down for Duke. And look at Nate Shepard break free across midfield, taking Tar Heels with him to the 46-yard line. Caleb Koff.
Brescia went in motion. The handoff. All kinds of real estate, and there he goes. Buckley off to the races. Western Michigan on the scoreboard just like that from 67 yards out.
They're 5 of 10 converting on 4th down this season. Offset eye, Moss back in there. He throws it wide open to Stewart, the tight end, and he gets in the end zone for a touchdown. Jacob Stewart, the fifth-year senior.
Going back to their youth days, got him here on campus, and now he's turned into a star just like this guy, Hawkins. Nobody's going to touch him. Touchdown.
Alabama's got to be loving it.
Flea flicker to open up the second half as Simpson then goes underneath the Williams with blockers in front. So a flea flicker screen, and here goes Hollywood. How about that to start the second half? Razzle, dazzle, roll, tie.
Spot foul, so 2nd and 10. Tony on the screen with a blocker in front, and he frees him. Tony past the 40, inside the 30. Hand fighting with a defender and finally wrestled to the ground at the 9-yard line by Holloway.
Here goes the trick play, and it's right into the hands of Arch Manning. It was Parker Livingston with the touchdown pass to his good buddy, Arch.
Some trickeration early. We saw a touchdown pass to DeAndre Moore on a fake receiver screen before hitting the post.
And being able to pick up that first down right there. Battiato looking over the middle, looking downfield, in stride, it's Middlebrook. Touchdown, Middle.
Dynamic pass rushers, and good luck. Robinson just crunched, picked off. Will this be the second pick six of the night? Trigg says no, but Trey Reynolds has the second interception, and this is inside the 10.
Last week related?
Last week is not related. Who's on first?
Little receiver screen, tunnel screen, Burks on the move. Burks with a burst. Touchdown Sooners. There it is. Le'Veon Moss in the backfield. Off the play fake. Taking a shot deep. Got a man on the post. Caught. Down to the 8-yard line. Mario Craver.
As he brings Sawchuk back in for pass protection. 3rd down and 11. 4-man rush from Bama. Castellanos launches it, and a diving effort from Squirrel White.
Working against a 6'4" talented true freshman that cannot keep up, and right away to get back to the line of scrimmage, and I love the scheme.
On the around, that's Cody Hagan. Got a blocker out in front of him. Hagan houses it. Touchdown Cougars.
Has been Camden Brown and also the running back O.J. Arnold. Case in point, Arnold on the flat. He's going to throw it. He has Camden Brown open. Brown down the sideline. His 3rd touchdown tonight. And O.J. Arnold, a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, now a passing touchdown. Wow.
Horvath on the run, trying to make a play downfield. That's Heidenreich, flag, and
these people don't give a shit.
Who's giving them the business?
All the man is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. There goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going running all the way back. It's going to win the field. It's going to be to the goal line. It's going to be gone. It's a touchdown. And the Gators have won the game. 50 to the 40. Herman Whitfield to the 30, to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown FSU.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to College Football Comics. College Football Comics. Yeah, you might have noticed something a little different. Let me know if you have trouble hearing us on the other side. Sometimes when I play this music, brought to us by our friend Sold Out, a.k.a. Christian Purley. Thank you for the good background music there. We just rebranded within the last couple weeks. We're in the process of rebranding, formerly College Football Extravaganza. Sounds good. Sounds like you can hear me. Yeah. So as you can see, still the old handles down there. I'll get that changed to College Football Comics. So Justin is starting his own podcast, so we'll plug him. We wish him the best of luck. But Logan and I were like, hey, we're both comedians, and we still want to do the podcast. So we're going to talk college football, and we're going to talk about it with other comedians. Maybe, ultimate goal of the show, I told Logan before the podcast started, is have Shane Gillis on the show, talk shit about Notre Dame, and I think we could end it. After that happens, we could just end the podcast. We're fine.
We can die after
just
that.
Clip that. I'd die a happy man. But, I mean, I'm excited for the new season. I think we already have some ideas. I mean, we already got a 5-star bit in Josh Patel. I mean, who would have thought that Josh Pate's name is just one letter L from being Josh Patel? That is absolutely insane to me. So Logan's going to get in costume here shortly, and we're going to figure something out.
10 out of 10 sketch incoming.
Yeah,
it's going to put us on the map.
Yeah, it probably will. Probably. I mean, he's all over the map with the storm chasing and stuff. He's probably not going to see that storm a brewing. It might not want to step in. It might not want to step in that storm. That storm is a little bit.
Well, he did have a known pedophile on his show last year, so I don't think he's too worried about it.
I had to pause the music. What are you talking about?
We had Trump call in, like right after he was like confirmed being a pedophile. That was good timing. That was funny.
That threw me off.
He had to turn the comments off for that episode.
Did he really? Were the
the comments were off. I was like, ooh, I can't wait to read the comments. They were off.
Yeah. If you want to watch politics or political stuff, you can go over to the Swamp Creatures podcast. Obviously, the Swamp Creatures Podcast Network. We're streaming on there still. We're not doing that podcast weekly anymore. We'll probably ring it back up for like elections and special things like that. But this will be the only one you'll see me on unless you're in Pensacola live. Then you can check out Talk to the Moon Comedy Club. I'll be doing Comedians in Space with Lamar on Thursdays probably, on top of the open mics and shows there. Pretty much a regular. I can call myself a regular at that club, but it's like it's not the Comedy Store. It's not. Yeah.
I guess it's a club. They call themselves a club, so it's a club, and you're there frequently, so you're a regular at a club. Congrats.
It's a cooler. It's really a cooler, but hey, we've made it nice. We've made it our own. Lamar and Remy have put a lot of work into it, and I put some work into it too. So we're happy with the steps we've taken. They just hit 1,000.
Killing it.
Yeah, they just hit 1,000 followers over there, so go give them a follow if you haven't heard of them. On Facebook. Nice. On Facebook. The YouTube probably sitting low. We're sitting low over at College Football Comics. So
very low.
If you can, just check out the handles. I'll plug it in the video and give us a follow there. All right. Logan, how has the off-season been? We haven't touched this podcast during the off-season because you were moving. I got a new job, so I'm over here being one of like 2 active lawyers in the firm, and it's a lot to handle. So it's and also our team kind of fell apart. I'm glad you stuck with me, and I think we can build from here, and we can find our
we're gonna have fun.
Yeah,
we're gonna have fun. That's the whole point of this.
Number one rule
is have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Off season was good. I would kill a baby to watch football at this point, especially like last month. Holy crap, dude. I would do anything to just watch football. I'm so excited. World Cup was fun, but the whole time I was just thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for real sports to be back.
Yeah, as soon as America lost, I was like, oh, too bad World Cup's over now. Didn't even care anymore.
Yeah,
it did help a little bit, but like after that stopped, it was like a hard drop off where there's just only baseball. So if you're not a baseball guy, it's like, man, and I'm watching Josh Pate, I'm watching Brandon Walker, I'm watching all my guys, the high top guys for the Gators, just to try to get a little football talk.
Just something. Yeah, I've been watching there's like a bunch of YouTube channels that post like the NFC Championship games from like 10 years ago. I've just been watching like old NFL games, old college football games, just trying to fill the void. We got what's today, the 16th, 18th something. We
It's
only got
18th.
like we only got like
11 days, something
11
like that.
days.
Yeah, 10,
August
11, something
29th,
like.
week 0.
Yeah, we're here.
I,
It's here.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the memes are. I won't get into that now, but we got a couple things to get into the show. We're going to talk about the AP top 25. I'll probably pull in Josh Pate's top 25 because I liked his breakdown. I also like Brandon Walker's, but we won't pull that in because I'm not just going to steal everyone's shit this show. And I do want to talk about your take on some of these teams in the top 25, and obviously break down LSU. If you're not familiar, Logan's a big LSU fan. I'm a big Florida fan, obviously. This podcast started off as a Florida Gator versus FSU podcast. So we just moved you a little bit further west. That's all that was. Move the rivalry a little bit more. We don't even play this year. That's the one thing we don't get to talk about, the new
That's
SEC
BS.
schedule.
Yeah, no, that's absolute BS.
Hate it. I mean,
you're gonna add more. I feel like I heard the Florida Georgia game is not in Jacksonville this year.
No, they're rebuilding. I don't know what the Jags are doing. I think the Jags are playing a lot of games in like London or overseas, but they are, doing some construction on the stadium there, and so perfect opportunity to do a home and a home because the last time they did that, the Gators put up. That's that clip that you always see of Steve Spurrier going, "Well, they said we never put up 50 in here, so they want to put up 50 on them." That's the famous clip. That's the last time Florida's played between the hedges, and they whooped them. So classic missed opportunity by the powers that be to do a home and home, but it is in Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
Stadium.
In Atlanta?
In Atlanta. And I do have a layover in Atlanta hours before the game. So I might just skip that flight to Pensacola and pick up a new one and just go to the game. So
that might be worth it, dog.
Already scheming a little bit. Yeah, I'm already going to be there. What are we talking about?
Why not?
Yeah, why
Be
not?
a waste not to.
Yeah, and so if I do that, I'll try to stream the tailgate live. World's largest outdoor cocktail party. Everyone knows the deal there. I will say on the LSU Florida thing, though, I mean, we're big rivals. Like I consider LSU one of our biggest rivals because it's such a competitive rivalry. Not necessarily in the most recent years, but it goes back and forth. I think
it's a fun one.
It is a fun one. Same as a Gator fan, hate that we don't play Tennessee now. We don't play Tennessee every
tragic.
year. Always the third Saturday,
tragic.
and not. I think it was third Saturday in September or first, second, one of those. It was always like our third game to open up SEC play, and so, that's a bunch of historic games that I think about that I'm like, man, we're not going to have that rivalry every year. College football's changing. Obviously, a lot of conference realignment talk.
I'm scared we only have like 10 more years of like college football being what it is. Like I'm scared I'm gonna have a teenage son that I have to explain like, nah, you had to be there. You know what I mean? Like the 90s to up until now, it feels like, it's like a big deal. I'm scared that 10, 15 years from now, like my children aren't gonna understand college football the way I understand it.
No, it will be different. But the thing is, it's like it's already different now than it was growing up. Like,
of course,
like you already, if you had a kid, like if you had a baby and he could understand college football talk, you could be like, no, they didn't used to pay these guys. They used to just injure themselves for the rest of their lives and maybe just be retarded a little bit for and like.
For the glory.
For the glory, just for nothing, dude. So I think it's a good step. I mean, we can get into all of the NIL stuff in a little bit, but like I think it's going to even out. I have faith in the market. I don't want the government touching the fucking sport. I hate all this clamoring. Nick Saban's a great coach. I don't like him going up to Capitol Hill and asking fucking Ted Cruz to fix this because the only thing he's fixed is like a child's pants after he pulled it down. Yeah, so I hate him. Hate it. Government's going to fuck it up. Looks like we got four people in here. Oh, damn. Let's see. What's going on? Righteous Gemstones, a.k.a. Magoo, a known pedophile, call in. That's funny. Peyton, Trump literally on a show.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a shit-eating lib right now. I'm not a lib. I don't, and clearly in the mic that Trump, and say it clearly that Trump is a pedophile. Yeah, no, I won't stand behind that. I voted for him. And before I really thought about that too hard.
Yeah, same here. Oh, Magoo, it's done then. I'll go. We'll go together. That'll be awesome. That'll be a great time. I'm sold. I'm coming back from a wedding in Utah, so we'll meet up, and you will definitely be a live guest. So Magoo's been on the show before.
Hell yeah.
He cost me the Swamp Creatures Championship because he got too drunk and gave some points to Tim on accident. But that's okay. We'll forget it. We'll forget about that. That's fine. But I'm gonna try to steer away from the pedophile talk, the politics talk. It is election.
It's hand in hand now.
Yeah,
pedophile and politics talk are hand in hand.
Yeah. So it was Freudian slip by me there. But it is election day here in Florida, so I hope you went out and voted in the primaries. I'm a libertarian, so they gave me like a little slip, and they're like, "Here's what you get to vote on." It's like
you got the critical thinker slip.
Nothing. It's like nothing.
Like, oh, this guy's a critical thinker. We can't let him vote on too much important shit.
They let me vote for mayor, so I voted for mayor. So that's about it. All right. I mean, I think it's time to get to it.
The nitty gritty.
Yeah. So we are rebranding to College Football Comics. I think it's a great name. We searched it. There's no other college football comedians that have the name College Football Comics. There's like a CFB Comics that's like not college football at all.
He makes like comic strips though. I don't think we're stepping on anybody's toes.
No, I don't think so. And he hasn't really done anything.
He's never posted anything. So.
Yeah. So we're, and I'm a trademark attorney, so we'll just get that taken care of pretty fucking quick. So we got a couple fucking new renderings, and I want some opinions if anyone's in the chat, because, I mean, I took a long time last night making some of these new logos and shit, and then Logan was like, "I like the one where you just took the old logo off and slapped a mic on." so we'll see. I just want to talk about it out loud with you, because all right,
let's get some fan feedback.
Yeah, Magoo, let us know. This was pretty much college football extravaganza. I just took the beers off, and obviously extravaganza off, and put the mic on. And Logan's like,
beautiful.
Logan's like, that's fucking sick, which would have saved me a couple hours last night. So that's fine.
My bad.
No, you're good. It was late. You wouldn't have been up anyway. Okay. I also wanted to go with, I like this one kinda. Not bad.
I just noticed the theater faces on the
helmet.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
And then I was like, I think I'm overthinking this. Let's go simple. And I can add more color to this. I can do like a yellow outline too. But I kind of like this one for now. It's got a spot, instead of a spotlight, it's fucking stadium lights.
Genius.
It's pretty, I don't know.
The font could use a little work, but I do like the stadium lights and the stage.
I'm down to change. I'm down to change the font too. But this one also is a possibility. It's pretty. It's really simple.
That is pretty good because of the simplicity. They look better on the computer than the phone now.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, so those are choices. If you're in the chat, let me know if y'all like any of those. Make it look like a cornhole board. I'll make you look like a cornhole board.
I don't hate that idea.
Not a bad idea. Take your old logo and make it look like it's on a cornhole board. Problem solved. It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I wanted to incorporate like the comedy side of it, because I'm hoping to have a lot of comedian guests on here. I mean, I know a lot of them, so hopefully they like college football. I know a few that do. So that's why the mic in the stool, right in the spotlight. So it's the niche. It's the niche. But anyway, one more thing. I went to the High Top Sports golf tournament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this past weekend in Gainesville. Obviously, I love that podcast. I've been listening to it for like 4 years. My goal was like to go. I went with Dave Longville from Everything's Funny, and we recorded some content and our round basically. And so my main goal is to meet the guys, introduce myself, tell them, hey, I'm gonna be calling in. If you ever want like a comedic view or like an attorney view of things, love to be on the show. But I didn't want to be too pushy. But what I did do was play a joke on Stephen Harris, a.k.a. the champ. A.k.a. the champ, 06 Florida Gator champion defensive lineman for the Florida Gators. And he was so cool, man. He saved my life with those cool juices, him and his buddy Cool J, whose Instagram is crazy, by the way. If y'all go check it out. Don't show your lady. But anyway, yeah, for real. For real, dude.
Some softcore Instagram point. How'd you golf, by the way? Did you have a good day? Did you shoot well?
My drives were on, baby. My dude, I was
That's
fading
what I'm
them.
talking about.
I was fading. I mean, we shot a 61 as a group, and the winning group shot like 250s, and there was like a 55, another 50. So we were far from winners, but I put a good team together, and Dave made like 2 birdie putts in a row.
Wow. I could see Dave being a kick-ass golfer.
Dave like pulled through in the end. When I started to go down, he started pulling through.
That's what you need. Yeah.
My ringer was okay. His brother actually hit some shots. We were all hitting shots, and when we didn't hit the shots, we bought the mulligan package. So we all had mulligans, super drives. We had to toss. So yeah, I don't know how many you could buy. We only did one. We should have done more if you could do more. But I had some exploding balls, and I handed them. I guess Cody, aka the professor over there at High Top, got, and it just destroyed him because I guess he was not doing good already, and he was drunk already, I guess. And hole two, they gave it to him. Haven't seen that one yet because live stream was like 5 hours. So, but we do have this one clipped. We clipped it up, and it's fucking hilarious. I wonder if I can zoom in a little bit more. Nah, can I full screen this thing?
I don't think so.
Nah, that's why I don't like Instagram. But check it out.
It's the longest drive you've had so far.
Yeah, I hit one pretty nice.
Can you hear it?
It
yeah,
caught the trees, but it was nice.
Nice. So you take the flops off for it?
Yeah, I got to get balanced.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, these claws will stick right in the ground and keep me grounded. All
right.
Yeah, these are worse than eagles. Hold on, just warmed up.
That's my R9 tailor-made driver too. I was like, I'm gonna tee it up nice and high for you.
That's got to be the blackest golfing outfit I've ever seen.
Whoa!
All right,
dude. He thought at first he just smacked the shit out of that ball and he blew it up.
Yeah. Let it keep going. Let it keep going.
Brother. Boy, I thought I had superpowers. No, that was dope, brother. That was dope. Oh, man.
Just look at the size comparison, though. Just if this guy was,
it's not a great angle for you either.
It is not. It is not. That 360 camera does not go. It does go all the way around my belly. It gets my entire belly. But yeah, no. Steve is literally towering over me.
The hell was that? How you got one like that? No, that was awesome. You know, I see it nice up and nice and high for you. I was putting everything I had into it.
Yeah, so I gave one to Shelton over there to give to Cody because I was gonna try to give it to Cody, and he was like, "No, let me slip it in," because I don't think they golf enough to recognize like the ball's obviously like a shitty ball. It's either a shitty ball, and also if you even feel it, it's not the weight of a golf ball. It's like, so I was nervous that he would be like, "What kind of ball is this?" But got him.
Start shaking it like dice.
Yeah.
Hear the rattling in there. That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's a great course prank. Doesn't get much better than that. I gotta invest in some exploding balls.
Yeah. I thought it was one of those shocked balls that makes the loud noise, so I was a little disappointed when I hit mine that it didn't do that. But okay, so this was at the end of the tournament, and the first go around, I didn't do it. I didn't get them, and it was like our third or fourth hole. It was our third hole because we started on 15. And Dave was like, "You should have given him one of the fucking exploding balls." So we came back around. And I was like, "Oh, we didn't get the shot on the swing. Can you hit another one?" And I was like, "I'll tee it up nice and high for you."
That's perfect.
It was good. Yeah, and just as growing up, that was my team. That was the first Florida Gator team I'd ever remembered winning an SEC championship, winning a national championship. So to meet him, and I met Marcus Thomas, who I think he got kicked off of the '06 team.
Nice.
But I mean, before he got kicked off, he was like one of the best linemen.
People
Florida's
don't really
ever
get
had.
kicked off of teams anymore. Like the Tyrann Mathieu thing, I feel like that would have just got swept under the rug if it happened today. You know what I mean?
I don't think he would have. If Urban would have, because Urban was notorious after that for not kicking people off.
Right.
He even said it in the Netflix documentary and like in multiple places in interviews. So I think if he would stay a little bit longer, he might not get kicked off. But I might not know the whole story. But Marcus Thomas was that dude. So is Steve Harris. Part of the reason why they blocked that kick against South Carolina and even got the chance to go to the national championship. So awesome time there. I will be definitely putting together another team for the second annual one, and there will be better pranks. There will be better pranks. We will have.
I gotta work on my stroke game so I can get up in there next year.
Oh yeah,
I'm shooting like a 270. I shot like a 230 last time I went out. So
what are you talking about?
I gotta get that. I gotta get that down a little bit.
Are you playing 36 holes?
No, that was through 18.
You're not shooting a 2 something. You might be shooting like a 116. I'll coach you up. You're not.
If I get down to like the low hundreds, that would be sick.
Yeah, in a scramble, you'll be fine. We're just gonna have fun. We're not winning because we're not. I don't see how we would ever shoot a 50. But great time, great charity, great group of guys over there. So we'll move forward because that was just a little bit of fun that I had over the weekend. Okay. A people.
Let's do it.
The A people had.
Dude, I'm so excited that I'm like holding my penis right now, bro.
Woo! Okay. Are you surprised they put Ohio State at number 1?
I'm not. I'm not. I did pick them to go pretty far. I'm not surprised Ohio State's number 1. I don't know how sequential you want to go. The one thing that shocked me is Indiana at 6. It's like, guys, at least like, have we not learned our lesson with Indiana?
With Cignetti?
Like, you guys 6, bro?
Stagnetti's Revenge. You ever seen Stagnetti's Revenge?
No, I've not. Am I showing my age right now?
No. It's you probably shouldn't have watched it whenever it came out. You're probably too young to watch it.
Definitely.
Go look it up after the show. I'll send it to you. But anyway, yeah, I agree. I think they found a formula in Indiana, and I believe in Cignetti.
I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, look at this. I got the Lindy's magazine here.
I have Athlon. Oh, I have it too. Yeah.
This is Athlon. Cignetti's got a big picture in here, obviously. Returning national champs. I'm just trying to look for Ohio State's schedule in here because I don't want to pull it up there. Because last year we were in this situation where everyone's talking Ohio State. They're so good, and I know they're talent. They got talent all over the fucking field, but the schedule was kind of like a cupcake walk, honestly. And I know I'm like an SEC homer. You're an SEC homer, but I really do think that schedule, they didn't really face anyone, and then that's why they ended up losing later on. Because it's like when they actually play someone, then they haven't faced a
I mean, they go to Texas week 2, which we'll talk about them in a second because I do not believe in Texas. But they go to Texas at week 2. Texas has some talent, but yeah.
I'm way higher on Texas this year than I was last year. I don't think that Texas game last year was like a big win for them. And obviously, it It was 14-7 or 21-14.
It was like old school football score.
Yeah. So here's Ohio State's schedule. They got Ball State at
Mhm.
Texas,
Mhm.
Kent State, Illinois, Illinois is not an easy game. At Iowa, never an easy game.
No.
Maryland. Then they go at Indiana. That's a tough game. At USC, that's a tough game. Then Oregon. Okay, they're going to be battle tested. If they make it through the schedule, yeah, I agree. If they made it through unscathed, I would say, yeah, number one. And then they finish off with Northwestern Nebraska, Michigan, at Nebraska. Tough schedule. Very tough schedule.
It's very backloaded other than Texas.
I mean, you got Oregon, who's number 2 right now. You got Texas, who's top 5. Indiana, who's in there. And let's see. USC, yeah. I mean, USC and
dude, everyone needs to shut the hell up about USC. Lincoln Riley's done. USC's
Lincoln
done.
Riley's desperate. This is the year. I'm not saying they would fire him, but he needs to have a good year, and I'll see how you got him finishing, because
not great.
Well, we'll save it. But anyway, okay. Thoughts on Ohio State, really, and then we can move on to Oregon.
I think Ohio State's legit. I really do. I don't love the program. Like I wouldn't sit here and glaze Ohio State if I didn't mean it. I think they're legit. I think, wow, I get on the pod and I start blinking. Julian saying, think he's legit. Think he's better than Arch.
Jeremiah Smith is also legit.
I mean, come on. Jeremiah Smith is a freak. If nothing else, he's going to leave other wide receivers on the team open because you gotta double team Jeremiah. I mean, he's going to be a freak. He's always been a freak. He's going to do freakish things to your team. Mm-hmm. So he's going to make gaps for the other receivers, if nothing else. Yeah, like their defense is going to be good. Great coaching. Like what's up, Diggs?
What's up?
Yeah,
I think talent alone, I'm fine with them being in the top 5. Maybe number 1's fine. Maybe number 1's fine overall.
Balance. I mean, there's no one else that I'm like Ohio State over them. Like at the end of the day, it's not like this isn't 2012. Like you can't. There's not like 1 or 2 teams that are for sure number 1 and number 2. Like you could do the top 5. Other than Indiana, Indiana's got to be in the top 5. I don't know what they're thinking. Indiana should be top 4.
How about this? Let's do the top 11 since LSU is right there. Might as well do top 12 because that's the playoffs. And then I want you to tell me who you would switch in the top 12 in there, and I'll tell you who I would switch. But Oregon, I'm really high on Oregon. I think they're sitting good at 2. Dan Lanning's got a good thing going. I mean, they got weapons all over the field. They're returning a stud at quarterback. So
people are sleeping on Dante Moore right now, and I don't know why.
I don't think anyone's sleeping on him. Who's sleeping on Dante Moore? I think
he's not getting talked about. I don't think people aren't actively disrespecting him, but it's just not. People aren't treating Oregon or Dante Moore like a factor in everything I've been consuming.
I think they're staying quiet for the most part, but to me, I've heard a lot about Dante Moore like in the offseason. I think people are super hyped for him.
I think NFL GMs are hyped for him.
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna pull this up. Let's see. This is funny. While we're talking about Oregon Ducks, keep going on Oregon while I find this. This is funny.
Keep going on Oregon. Yeah. Okay. What are you looking for? You totally threw me off.
So in their media days, they brought their tight end with them, and he was like, Dante farts a lot. Did you see
Dante.
this? Did you see this?
People that fart a lot let their nuts hang. So
no, but they have like farting competitions in the huddle. It's
in the huddle.
Yeah, wow. I gotta find this.
I did not see that.
Oh my God!
So Oregon and Boise State, that's gonna be awesome. I remember listening to that at it was 11 o'clock my time. I was in the shower. I was listening to it on the radio, and I was like, butt ass naked in the shower, jumping up and down, listening to that game. I think that game's gonna be a letdown this year. Everyone's really high on Boise State. Don't really get it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nostalgic game. Like you said,
Yeah.
when
I think people
LeGarrette
are
Blount just knocked out one of the Boise State guys
right
at the end of the game.
I think it's gonna be kind of a letdown. Going to Oklahoma State week 2, that's not. I don't think that's definitely not a cakewalk. First of all, you're going to Oklahoma State. Second of all, Oklahoma State just got was it North Texas? They basically did a Signetti with North Texas. Got his coach, got all the players that he wanted. I think from what we've seen with the last couple teams that have done that, and I'm going to talk about another team that did that a little later, that's not even in the top 25. I think from what we've seen, that is a really good formula right now. Stealing a coach from a smaller school that did well, and he can bring his guys. I think Oklahoma State is going to be a factor.
I agree. I mean, they got a fresh start too. Mike Gundy's out. Mike Gundy's still, I think, a part of the athletic department over there, so he's kind of overseeing it. I mean, I think
best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I was talking about from the Oregon Ducks.
We got to watch. They were
interviewing their tight end.
Sometimes Dante farts in the huddle, and we have like a little competition, a Buka fart in the huddle. But I would say really everybody, but mostly Tay because he farts a lot.
How did this farting in the huddle tradition start?
Oh my God! Who told?
That's too good.
This is hilarious. It's so funny.
Who said that? JJ. I knew it.
Oh.
That's so funny.
Too much stuff is getting leaked out.
Oh shit.
You gotta find ways to connect with your team, so we do.
No, just deny. You're a bad client. You're a bad client. You don't admit.
Act like you don't know what you're talking about. That's so funny, dude.
Nothing else.
What's the over/under on an Oregon player shitting their pants in the huddle? Because if you're forcing farts, at some point you're gonna shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the pregame ritual?
Wow.
We just let it rip. It's the team bond.
I made that using
Wow.
Gronk.
Oh, you made that?
Yeah, that was the R. Vincent comedy. I got a measly 15 likes under this. Oh, okay, it's not ESPN. And
You put 2 of them in there.
Yeah, I made like 5. These were the best ones.
You're fucking AI slopping out, dog. It's
well,
so
they had them like throwing up. It was like make them fart, and they were like, it was like AI doesn't know what a fart is.
Bro, they put buttholes in the fucking pants,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Grog gay as
Dude,
fuck.
who farted? It's coming from the huddle.
Gross. Yeah. That's dumb. All right. Go back
Grog's gay for that.
Yeah. So I'm rooting for Oregon all year long just because they're
Me
farting
too.
in the huddle.
Yeah, that's
Right.
actually awesome. And I'm going to be thinking about that every time they're huddled up now.
Yeah, leaving them in the dust, literally.
There
Like,
we
literally
go.
leaving them in the dust. Georgia, I mean, for coming from a Gator fan, I just hate Georgia. But I'm not going to say they're not worthy of being in the top 5 because it's fucking Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs.
It's Kirby, dude.
But I'm not this high on them. I think I would put some other teams above them. But they're right there.
Like who?
They're right there in the mix. We'll get to that in a second. Even Notre Dame. I actually, yeah, right now, I would probably switch Notre Dame and Georgia at this very moment. Yeah.
I'm okay with the top 3. Honestly, I can live with that.
Yeah. I'm fine with Notre Dame and Texas where they're at too. I'm fine with them. I mean, any of these, it's gonna change, but right
Obviously.
now, preseason, yeah, preseason, I'm okay with this. I would make one big switch.
Let me hear
I
it.
would make 2 big switches. I guess we'll get to it already. Okay. The more that I think about this, the more I want to make switches. So I would honestly put Miami at number 3 with Georgia.
Wow.
I would put Miami up there. I'm super high on Miami. They're returning almost everyone. They got
Darian
Mensah.
Mensah's
Darian
a
Mensah,
dog.
quarterback.
He's
I
done
think-
well everywhere he's been.
I think an upgrade maybe from Carson Beck even. So I like Miami a lot. I got them going into the playoffs. and deep into the playoffs. I don't have them just losing.
Well, like a good high school team could win the ACC this year. It feels like. I mean,
that's the thing. Is it going to be the year Miami even wins the ACC? They've never ever won the ACC.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be the year they finally pull through. I mean, SMU is gonna knock them out. Like I don't like. Nah, Miami's gonna win. That is my one preseason. Like I don't even want to call it a lock, but it feels like a lock. Like how does Miami not win the ACC this year?
I would never lock that just because they've never won it. And yes, SMU is talented, and I think Miami goes to SMU, so that is like a circled game on everyone's schedule, and it could happen. They could lose, and if SMU is poised, I think they play Notre Dame as well. So I mean, SMU, if they win proper games, they can find themselves making a deep playoff run. Maybe not a deep playoff run, but at the very least, winning the ACC and getting into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Texas, let me hear your take on Texas. You are not so high on Texas.
Here's the thing. Sark. What has Sark even done? Sark can't pull through. Arch Manning. I have a lot of notes about Arch Manning. Basically, I just don't think Arch is. I don't think Arch is built for this life, dog. At the end of the day, he's got the keys to the Lamborghini, but you still got to drive the thing. Everyone talks about like, oh, he got so much better in the second half of the season. Yeah, because there was no pressure at that point. They were just playing. This year, all the pressure is on Texas. This is it. They got all these guys, and their defense is so good. And I'm not denying that they have a lot of talent around Arch, but Arch might have had the easiest life of anyone that's ever played college football in the history of college football. I mean, who can you think of that's had less like adversity in their whole life? I don't think Arch is made for these lights. You know what I mean? He feels like he's a project, but mentally he's not there. The one thing Arch does have going for him is that he has no thoughts in his brain. He's a shell of a person. Every interview you see with him, he's just a robot that plays quarterback, which can be good. I think for a lot of times athletes with an empty mind, it is good because you don't need thoughts while you're playing a sport. Like they actually just hinder you. The people that are able to clear their mind the best are usually the best.
That's how you're able to shoot a 236 in golf.
Well, it's because I'm thinking about it. I'm such a genius that I'm bad at sports. That's actually what it is. No, I think it'll be the same thing where Arch just is underwhelming with all the pressure on him, and then once Texas loses a couple games, he'll go out there and start slinging again, and that's just what it is, you know. Talent doesn't really. Talent isn't what it used to be. Everyone's got talent now. The playing field's too even. You need things different that are going to give you an edge. Texas's coaching it's not like world class. Like it's fine. It's good. They're a top end SEC school, but at the end of the day, they just haven't ever. It feels like every year we hear like, oh, dude, Texas has got the pieces, and then they just don't do anything with it because I just don't think the physical components mean what we're still used. The way everyone still talks about college football, it still feels a little old school. So they see this roster and they're like, oh my gosh. But at the end of the day, it takes external factors to give you the edge. I don't think they're going to like have an even record or anything, but I think there will be 3 or 4 losses. I don't think they're a playoff team.
3 or 4. Okay. Just looking at it from the outside, and like I said, this offseason I have not been keeping up as much as I normally do, but I think I'm on the opposite end. I would also switch Texas with Georgia. I mean, Texas went and stole Will Muschamp from the Bulldogs, and now Will Muschamp's the Longhorns defensive coordinator. I
do like that.
I know what Will Muschamp can do in 1 year in improving a defense, and you look at who they got on the perimeter in the transfer portal.
But their defense wasn't the problem, dude. They held Ohio State to 14 points and lost the game.
Right, but that was
2026, bro.
It's also Arch's first year in the system, right? And he even sat under was Sam Ellinger for a year. So
I thought it was. Yeah, it was Ellinger.
yeah, so
I was about
he
to say
sat.
years.
Yeah, sat under Sam for a year. I think he had to battle injury, a nagging injury too, so a little bit of loss of mobility there. And Wingo's good at wide receiver, and they add Cam Coleman from the transfer portal with from Auburn. So that's my thing. I think you're right. They got the Jimmies and the Joes. Now,
The Jim for sure.
do they put the X's and the O's together? Because if Arch can get it in the vicinity of Cam Coleman, he's going to do this.
Look at that ball.
That's insane.
Look at that ball, though. That's a great catch. That's a great catch. That's a 10 out of 10 catch and on a 2 out of 10 throw. Did that get tipped or something? I'll say it got tipped.
No, that thing's coming. It's a wonky throw. It's a wonky throw for sure.
That is walkie slush. How many quarterbacks can the Mannings actually produce? At this point, it's like the well is dry. Like, what are we even talking about?
Okay, this ball's a good 20 yards away still, maybe.
I'm kind of
he's in the air.
Mannings, honestly.
He's in the air. I can tell. I don't have any hate for Arch. I want him to do well at Texas, but I think with a guy like this, look at him. He's just floating in the fucking air.
That's freakish, actually.
Look at him just floating in the goddamn air.
He does look like an NBA player, but regardless.
Oh, it was already slow motion. Let me turn this down. But yeah, and follows up with the juke. Yeah, when you got guys like that, just get it close to him, Arch, and you'll be fucking fine, man. That's all I'm saying.
God, I hope I never have to meet Arch Manning face to face because I'm gonna be a total cuck. And I'm gonna get a picture and an autograph. But on this podcast, I'm anti-Arch Manning. I gotta keep the Arch hate alive. I did it all last year. It worked out decently. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it going. I don't believe him. I don't believe in the Mannings. I think they're like the Bushes of college football. I was thinking about this at Walmart the other day. George H. Bush, Daddy Bush, genius. Moved his way up the CIA, became president, was a political killer, an assassin, metaphorically, probably literally. Then he gets his son. Let's get gay in here. Oh, that's the afters.
That's why they're talking about. That's why we're talking about George Bush.
Yeah, very good. And then George W. Bush, total retard that just knew how to keep the train going. He didn't even know how. He was placed there. He was a shell of a person that just
didn't want to be president. He wanted to be a painter.
Dude, he was
just like another political figure that we won't even talk about right now.
Very good. Yeah. Very good. I was like, who's he talking? Oh. No, I just
one of them's a better painter than the other. I'll let you decide who's the better painter.
Or like or like the Kennedys. You get JFK and RFK, geniuses, political killers, and then everyone down the line, like they're just bumbling idiots that just like because of their name they were trained to be in a certain position, but when it comes down to it, they don't know how to run the show. I think
it's just genetics, man. I think you're just hating on the genetic. I mean,
you can't genetically be a good. You can have a good arm, like that's genetics, but like the pieces that it takes to be a elite quarterback, that's not genetic. That is something else.
Dude, how much crow are you gonna eat if he wins the Heisman, though?
Dude, so much. But I don't think it's not happening. He's not built for that.
That's fine. That's fine.
Arch is not built for these bright lights.
He is in the preseason talks to be a Heisman.
He was at last year, dude. And then he scores 7 points against Ohio State. Like, I'm done, bro.
Okay.
I've been done.
That's fine. We got your take on Texas. Indiana, yeah, I'm fine with that. I am not gonna deny Cignetti and the Hoosiers this time. I mean, they're talking shit. They're like, "Hey, Notre Dame, you can come to our house twice, and we'll go to you once since you're not in a conference." I love Indiana talking shit. I wish they would play Notre Dame every year. Notre Dame should at least have to play their in-state rivals, if you ask me. Now that Indiana's good,
Cignetti is a genius and an utter psycho.
Yeah.
He is a serial. If he wasn't coaching football, he'd be a serial killer.
Yeah, I don't know what he would do if he's not coaching football. That'd be crazy.
he could have a job. I could see him, like, once he's done coaching, he could work in a NFL office. Like, the talent scouting might be the best in the world. That's why he got Indiana where they were. He's a great coach, but at the end of the day, he was able to find 3 stars that were like NFL caliber. That's a special trait. I don't think we need to like listen to the media people about Indiana's roster. Not that they're saying it's bad, but like if Signetti wants those guys, they must be utterly elite. You know
They're
what I
good
mean?
guys. Yeah.
I think Indiana, just because of what they did the last 2 years, especially last year, undefeated in a national championship in 2026. Like, come on, that's crazy. But even the year before, they were a stellar team. We just didn't think so. We thought it was a fluke because it was Indiana. Looking back in hindsight, they were genuinely good. And I don't see how they're going to get worse. Mendoza, it's not like Mendoza was some freak that pulled them where they were. Like, Mendoza was good, but Mendoza's not Tom Brady or Tim Tebow or something. Mendoza was good. They don't need a miracle at any position. They are solid. I think it's disrespectful to not have them top 4. Notre Dame, I could see Indiana and Notre Dame switching, and I like that a lot better than what we have now.
Yeah, I say switch Indiana. I mean, Ohio State at 1. It's like, yeah, sure, looking at the talent, but that's the same thing we did last year preseason. And I'm not hating on Ohio State. I know they got a good team, but it's the same thing we did last year in preseason. But that's why it's the preseason. Okay. Anyway, I would also be fine doing that too, switching Indiana with either Georgia or I'd say Texas. I like Notre Dame a lot. I think Notre Dame's good. Sorry.
I don't think they're going to be bad. I think they'll be a playoff team. They got a softer schedule than they did last year. They got it, but they I don't know, man. If they lose 2 games, they're going to be on the fence again.
So I was going to say, they got to beat the next thing we're going to talk about, Miami. They got to beat Miami if they want a shot at the playoffs. Otherwise, you're looking at a situation where they opt out of a bowl game again, like a bunch of little bitches.
Do you think if they lose 2 games, though, just because of the backlash, they're going to just throw them in there from last year?
Well, I think it depends on how they lose them, obviously. If it's close, then I think you get they're in because, 2 years in a row getting snubbed. I couldn't imagine the aneurysm from Notre Dame fans, the fan base. So,
and I feel like as a Catholic, I need to do a better job of rooting for Notre Dame, but they just make it hard. They make it hard.
Yeah, I mean, they play mostly ACC teams. They got Michigan on the schedule, or at least some years they got Michigan on the schedule. They're going to, Miami's coming to them this year. So their schedule this year, they play USC. It's not a bad schedule. So I think if you get through it and only lose 2, yeah, you're sitting on the cusp again because, like we're going to talk about here in a second, I think a lot of these SEC teams are going to be sitting at 10-2, 9-3 as well.
And a 9-3, depending on how it looks, I think could get you in from the SEC just because it's hard. Like, every team you play in the SEC is a harder game than half of the Big Ten. And I know the Big Ten, like, I'm not even saying that the top end of the Big Ten isn't better than the top end of the SEC, but the bottom half is like basically MAC schools at this point. You know what I mean? Like, there's no Rutgers in the SEC.
No, there's
no Northwestern in the SEC. Like, every game you play, you're getting. I think that's why it's such a gauntlet. It's not because the top end is better than the Big Ten, but the bottom end is significantly better than the bottom end of the Big Ten.
I agree, and we'll see if the trend continues where the Big Ten dominates it in the draft and in the top end of the draft or in the playoffs, because I think it'll ebb and flow now. Certainly, the field evened out during the NIL period, right? Like, now it's more spread amongst these Power 4 teams than it was just solely in the SEC for like 13 years. Congrats, Ronan, on celebrating 20 months of membership, man. Does Saddam have an opinion? Saddam is a big, huge fan. Who would Saddam Hussein like in college football, dude?
Mm. Mm.
Not any military schools. He hates the military schools.
Yeah, absolutely not. Not Notre Dame. Not. I might say. Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't
That
know
is a
much
tough
about
one.
Saddam Hussein. I didn't really live through that era too much.
Dictator of Iraq, brutal guy. Hid in a hole for a while.
He might be an LSU fan.
Oregon State Gophers, they dig holes.
That
They
is
dig
true.
holes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, him as an LSU fan's crazy though, because
A&M feels very dictatory.
A&M. There you go. That's it. Yeah,
I like it. I like that for him.
kind of military, but yeah, good segue. So I want to lump these schools together: A&M, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, LSU, and you can even bring Georgia back into the conversation here. I think the SEC cannibalizes itself.
Yeah.
I'm a big Mike Elko guy, not necessarily big on Marcel Reed, but I do think they have what it takes to get the job done in some of these games. I think, you could see them beating Oklahoma, beating Alabama, beating Georgia. So to me, Texas A&M, their floor is like low, like 8-4, 7-5.
Dude,
Their
everyone in
ceiling
the
is up.
SEC has such a low floor. Just
Yeah.
because, like you were saying, we're gonna look like the Big 10 or Big 12 as far as records.
Roll Tide for Saddam. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not bad. Yep. Yeah. So I'm big on Texas A&M. I like them right here in the top 10. Another year under Mike Elko. I mean, I hate Texas A&M being good.
I hate
really
them
do.
so much, dude.
I do. But they're going to be good this year. I think they're going to be good this year. I would switch them and Ole Miss though. I'm big high on Ole Miss.
That's insane. I don't know what you had Ole Miss very high in our predictions that we'll get to.
Yeah.
Talk about some Ole Miss, man.
I think it's Trinidad Chambliss for me. I mean, he is a playmaker. They return. Who's their running back? They're returning this year because he's
Lacey.
Lacey. Is it Keywan Lacey?
Yeah.
He's right there with Jaden Ball. And I think preseason SEC All-American. So they got the run game, and obviously he can pass the ball. I think Pete Golding did a great job. I liked what I heard from him in the off season at the SEC media days. I think there's going to be a little bit of an offensive fall off without Lane Kiffin, obviously. But I think we'll talk about it. because he's kind of stayed quiet. So I do want to hear from the LSU
like
fan
a
base.
snake.
Yeah, he is slithering, which
he doesn't talk much. He lets his actions speak for him. Sorry.
No, you're good because I'm high on Ole Miss for Trinidad Chambliss. I think he's a great quarterback. If Trinidad Chambliss went to LSU, I would be much higher on LSU.
Here's the thing about Trinidad, and it's why I'm not that high on Ole Miss. I think people are going to have him figured out. People are going to have him a little more figured out. Last year, he wasn't on anyone's radar. I don't think anyone even expected him to play in Ole Miss games until, Simmons? What was his last name?
Simmons.
Yeah,
You're right.
I don't think anyone even expected him to play until that guy got hurt. And then he just starts running around. These quarterbacks that just run around with the ball, they get figured out. And I think that's going to happen a little bit. That's why they're definitely going to have some offensive fall off, not just because of Kiffin being gone, but I think people are going to be a lot more prepared to deal with Trinidad. Middle of the season, it's hard to scheme for a guy that just started playing in week 3 and just started balling out. That's like, you don't have much reference, and you kind of just have to fly by the seat of your pants and try to.
He's not just throwing. He's not just running around with it. I liken it to like Caleb Williams when he took Spencer Rattler's job. When it's like, okay, Spencer Rattler, you're actually done now, and you'll probably have to transfer after this year. I think he's just a guy. This is crazy. I can't believe you don't think he's just talented.
I think he's like a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he's not going to be able to do what he did.
In the country, right? Not SEC, in the country.
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. This is so We'll see, because, I mean, LSU goes to the Grove. That's going to be one of the biggest games.
We're gonna whoop ass. It's gonna be another letdown game for. It's gonna be a letdown for everyone not an LSU fan. Everyone's gonna be all excited to watch that game. We're gonna completely shut them down. You're telling me Lane Kiffin doesn't understand Pete Golding's defense? He was his employee for years.
Dude, Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin.
We're gonna piece them up.
I think it's gonna be a shootout, and they're the home team, and that crowd might be one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game in Ole Miss history.
Yeah, I think so. Like, at least before the game. Obviously, you got the Hugh Freeze beating Bama back to back. That was like, but I mean, if they beat LSU, that would be huge for them.
Yeah,
it's not happening. I see it as impossible, frankly.
The Florida game, Florida was talking a lot of shit because leading up to the Florida game last year, we were talking about, we're going to steal your coach, because Florida was going after Lane Kiffin, and it looked like Lane Kiffin was going to Florida. And so the Ole Miss fans were like super hostile. The game was still relatively close. Sunbelt Billy did a decent job against LSU, or not LSU, but Ole Miss.
Sunbelt
Billy, which we'll get to in a little bit.
We will get to him, buddy.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I because I know you, I think if you had one game to go to this year,
absolutely,
an LSU game, it would be this one.
And I'd wear this, and I might die, but I feel like it would be like being martyred, and it would be a good way to go out.
And even as a Gator fan, man, I would go. This is like one of the top games of the year. So
no, it's gonna be great.
Oh, we got Beach Billy in the chat.
Notre Dame is overrated as usual. Shout out, Dad.
Yeah,
it very well could be.
But no, okay, because out of all of the years that Notre Dame has been overrated, this is not that year. They are actually good, and I know you're going to be like, oh, they're always overrated. Yes, they are always overrated. They are around where they should be right now. Marcus Freeman.
You got to give it to him. Marcus Freeman's a good coach.
Yeah, because we all thought Chip Kelly leaving. We all thought like Notre Dame was the reason why he didn't win a national championship. Like this guy should have a national championship, but no, he gets down to LSU and he throws on a fake Southern accent, calls everyone my family, and humps some players, and everyone's like, "This guy's weird." He was probably holding the Catholics back, and maybe the Catholics rubbed off on him a little too much. I don't know, but yeah. So Marcus Freeman, they found him at Notre Dame. They're like, he's our guy, and they've been way more physical.
Who's their Jimmies and Joes on offense? I know their defense is going to be great. Marcus Freeman knows how to coach a defense, but who's like the offense who's the guys on offense that you feel like are going to make an impact?
I wanted to say Jimmy Carr, but I think is that his actual name? Because that's a comedian. Jimmy Carr is a comedian, but Carr is their quarterback. And they reloaded at running back too, even though they lost Jeremiah Love. They still got a physical running back. Forgot his name. Yeah, CJ Carr. Sorry, CJ Carr. And let me see.
I mean, I've heard that name a couple of times. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know a lot about Notre Dame just because it feels
Well, he's a sophomore. He was a freshman last year. He's a sophomore. As a freshman, he was slinging the rock. He did make some big mistakes in that Miami game that cost him. But other than that,
the A&M game is really what costed them.
Yeah. That A&M game was
that was tough. It was a tough way to lose too.
Trying to say, yeah. I mean, I just believe in Marcus Freeman and the system they got going on over there.
No, I do too. Shout out to my dad for commenting though. He's a Notre Dame hater, which is honestly valid given their track record.
Athlon's got a couple linemen in the top guards and top tackles for Notre Dame, so their O-line should be pretty good. But, I mean, that's typical of a Notre Dame team. I just think with the loss, after Brian Kelly left, Notre Dame got a lot more physical. You could see, like, Jeremiah Love running down the hill. That he's would be starting for Arizona Cardinals if he didn't hurt his ankle. So we'll see what happens with that. But generational talent at a running back there. I don't know. They might drop a couple, but yeah. Anyway, I don't think they're too overrated. Not compared to years previous, at least.
No, you gotta give them their flowers at least at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Going back to the SEC here, we were talking Ole Miss, and we were talking LSU. We kind of skipped over Oklahoma a little bit. John Mateer and the Sooners. I'm high on them too. I think they
I know.
Just like A&M. I would give Oklahoma the edge in that game, but it's kind of like 6 out of 10 times, 7 out of 10 times. It's not like they should win this game. It's like it's almost a coin flip.
Right.
To me.
I think their defense is going to be great. John Mateer was he was the Heisman candidate before he got hurt.
Mhm.
Like he was the guy where everyone's like, okay, he's the leader, I guess, and then he gets hurt, goes out for the season. I think they're sneaky good. Whoa, I think they're sneaky good. Not a lot of hype, but they got the pieces. You know what I mean? John Mateer could come out and be the Heisman. I mean, he really could.
I agree. He did come back after that injury, and it didn't look the same. But then he came back. I thought
he got a surgery.
The game after his injury was a big game, and it's like you're kind of getting thrown to the wolves there a little bit. I forgot who he came back against, but he had a slow start in that game, if I can remember correctly. I want to remember who it was, but it's escaping me right now. But I like Oklahoma this year. Brent Venables always has a good defense, so I'm not worried about their defense. If Mateer can put it together, find some receivers, and they can run the ball, they'll be fine. They will be fine. Now, I need a big, huge LSU breakdown because Lane Kiffin, and I need you to tell me, is Lane Kiffin going to hot yoga? What is going on in Baton Rouge? He's been super quiet on Twitter. Was it a part of his contract? What the hell's going on? Who's the guy, the beat writer for LSU? Matt Moscona. What's Matt Moscona saying about all of this?
Dude, I think we're going to be stellar. Celebrates 20 months of membership. Oh, yeah. Shout out El Barfo. Oh, yeah, buddy.
El Barfo is a Tennessee fan, if I do remember correctly.
We'll get there, pal. We'll get there. How's that quarterback battle's interesting. Anyways, okay. LSU's making the playoffs at the very least. They're beating the brakes off of Ole Miss. They're beating the brakes off of Clemson. Clemson, dude, I think right now the line's 10.5. I'm taking the points with money. I'm taking the points. Clemson coming to Death Valley. They're going to get ripped apart. Dabo's an old man. He doesn't know how to coach football anymore. Get him in the front office, but don't let him be in charge of anything. I think Dabo's done. I think Clemson is done. We will beat them by more than 10.5 points. I guarantee that. I'm putting big money on it. Again, I don't understand how people think Ole Miss is a better team than LSU right now. We took their coach, and we took a lot of their players. We have a better roster right now. We have the better coaching. Ole Miss has so many unknowns. Like, they were rolling on so much momentum in the playoffs. I get they played very well. That's great. It's a new season. I just don't understand why. I could see how you could put Oklahoma over LSU maybe, but Ole Miss and A&M better than LSU this year?
Ole Miss was
That's
a play away from beating Miami.
Yeah.
One play.
That's what I'm saying. They had a lot of momentum, but I don't know. They lost a lot of pieces. The culture's weird. They're angry and not in a good way. It's like when you're at the poker table and a guy, he's steaming. Just lost a big hand that he shouldn't have lost, and then you see him shove crazy on the next hand. It's like you don't have anything. You're steaming. I think that's the vibes with Ole Miss right now. I think
your brother's an Ole Miss fan, right? Your brother's an Ole Miss fan.
Both of them.
So what's the conversation there? Who all did you take that you're saying is like of consequence? And I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but you brought it up, so I'm trying to, because I don't know either. I know you did take some players. Lane obviously took some of his guys with him, but some guys stayed. So,
Lacey stayed. Lacey almost left though.
Mm-hmm.
Lacey made a money decision.
Mm.
Let me find. Let's lay it out on the table right here. See if I'm talking out of my ass or not. Sorry, I forgot the alphabet. There we go. All right. Dang, I wish I just had like the transfer list on here.
I can pull it up. I can pull it up while you're looking at your notes.
Pull me something up. Let me. I gotta read a little bit. 43 transfers.
40. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Two LSU.
59 total newcomers. 43 transfers. Sam Levitt, obviously, dog. Very healthy. I can guarantee he won't have any injuries related to his surgery. He's he's bounced back from that. Obviously, injuries can happen to anybody.
You a doctor? You a doctor now?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, Sam Levitt from Arizona State. I mean, that's a big get, and I knew he transferred. I'm more so talking about like the guys from Ole Miss.
Right, Francois, you in the middle, Allen.
Oh, Umami Allen. He played for Florida. He played for Florida way back in the day. I mean, he's good, but
TJ Daugherty, SEC tackles leader with 98 tackles. Got him from Ole Miss.
Oh, you guys got Eugene Wilson from us too. So yeah, okay. Eugene Wilson's a fucking dog. If he's not starting, he should be. He's just battled some injuries, but obviously Billy Napier had a history of Gators just getting injured his whole time, and now he's gone, and guys are staying healthy for whatever reason. It's kind of crazy.
Let me just get the short list. I should have made this.
I got it right here. So quarterbacks, you got Sam Levitt, Husan Longstreet from USC, and Landon Clark from Elon. So you got three guys who are pretty deep. Sam Levitt's obviously going to get the start there. Offensive line, Jordan Seaton from Colorado, which I'm pretty sure was also a Gator at one point, or he might have been.
Manny Ellen's from Ole Miss. I was right about that.
Yeah, but before he transferred from Florida to Ole Miss too, so he's doing the rounds.
He's a journeyman.
Yeah.
TJ Daugherty, dog. Devin Harper
from
and
Ole Miss.
Winston Watkins. Devin Harper is the big one. I knew there was one big one I was missing. Great offensive lineman. That's one thing we definitely needed help with. And we got another. I think we got a tackle from Colorado. One of their guys. But yeah, I don't know. I think even not what we took from Ole Miss, the roster in general probably better, especially on the defensive side. I don't know. Ole Miss feels like they're gonna fall pretty quickly. They very well could lose to Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville's good. Louisville's good. I'm a believer in Louisville also this year. Are they at Louisville though?
No. It's at Ole Miss.
I mean,
Louisville needs that win though. They're going to be fighting like their life is on the line.
I mean, Jeff Brom's just a good coach, man. I mean, Louisville handed Miami one of their only losses last year, and I think he's poised to maybe get a bigger job after this year, especially if he does good another year. I got Louisville maybe upsetting a couple teams in the ACC, so that's a possibility. That's a good game. What week is that? Is that week 2?
That is 1. That is the season opener.
That is the season opener for Ole Miss. That's not
check.
That's not a safe. That's not a safe season.
It's not. It is really not. Ole Miss, yeah, game 1, Louisville. Then they got Charlotte, and then LSU week 3.
2 out of 3 tough starts there.
And then they go to Florida, and then they go to Vanderbilt, and then they got Missouri, who's not a cakewalk. Neither is Florida and Vanderbilt. Dude, Florida could be stellar. We have no idea what Florida could look like.
Yeah.
Florida and Auburn are 2 of those teams. They got great coaches. I think they could. We don't really know what their ceiling is.
Yeah.
We really don't.
We can talk about the Gators maybe next pod or at the end of this top 25 because I think the I'm taking the Brandon Walker approach and like the top 7, like just exactly what he said. The top 7, lock them in. Those are good teams. They're going to be good teams. 8 through, I want to say 8 through 16. He said 8 through 16. I'm gonna say 8 through 17 because I like Washington a lot. I like Jed Fish. I think those teams are gonna be good. They might drop a couple games, but they also have the potential to upset some teams.
Right.
Then
Dude,
you got
Penn State could be great
with Matt Campbell. I think so too. But Penn State through the rest of the top 25, there are gonna be teams coming in and out of the top 25. And these teams could bust. Like Tennessee could bust. I think Utah might bust. I'm not too high on Utah.
I'm not high on Utah. Losing your coach that was there for what, like 12 years?
Yeah,
it's
Whittingham.
Not great.
Yeah, and he's at Michigan, right above him there. So yeah. But anyway, so SEC wise, these teams to me they're gonna get a couple wins on each other, and it might be a little bit of a cannibalization again in the SEC for me. Texas Tech, I'm really questioning them at quarterback with Sorsby gone. So wild gambling situation, NCAA battle with the local county Lubbock court, and the local county Lubbock
I can't believe that I'm out of there, dude.
Let our gambler win, and then the Big 12 comes in, and they're like, hey, we know the court ruled in your favor, but
we're
not gonna. Our teams are gonna boycott you, basically. So, that might start Texas Tech's journey to the SEC.
It could be good for them in the sense that it lights a fire. But honestly, I don't think weird vibes are ever like something you should bank on. Weird vibes are usually negative. They have some weird vibes right now. I don't know, and I don't even know. Like, I haven't kept up with who their quarterback's going to be now that Sorsby's out of the equation.
Yeah, me either. So for me, question mark. I'm going to be watching them though because the rest of the roster is loaded. The rest of the roster is paid. So they got a good roster. But they're missing the king. They're missing the queen piece on the board. So we'll see. Bama, how you feel about Bama this year? This is the first time they're ranked outside of the top 10. I want to say
that's weird.
And it was something like 13 or 15 years, something crazy.
That's weird. That is weird to see. Honestly, hate Bama, but I don't like seeing that. Makes me feel like I've lost some part of American culture that I grew up with. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be a top 5 or 6 SEC team. I could see them being a playoff team. Kalen DeBoer might have just taken a little bit to gain his bearings. I don't think I'm out on DeBoer. I'm not out on – I think their quarterback battle situation is actually a good thing. I think that means they have 2 good quarterbacks. I don't think it means they have 2 bad quarterbacks. I don't know. Like, they're kind of a toss-up, though. They could go, like, shit the bed at Tennessee and Georgia and stuff, but I don't know.
I 100% agree.
I think they're going to beat the shit out of FSU.
That's exactly where I was going.
Light their shit up.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the first game where you go.
Whoa.
Where you go. Well, one, Mike Norvell kind of knows which way his season's going after that game.
He's getting fired this year.
I mean, that's what everyone wants. As far as if I've talked to any of my FSU fans, Joey, former co-host of this show. He hasn't been a member or a co-host on the show for years because FSU's just been terrible. He can't handle it. He can't even talk about it online. So he's he's getting fired right before the Miami game. That's what he told me. I think that's.
See that.
He said he's getting fired right after the Miami game because he already looked at it. He's got
to do something crazy.
He broke his crystal ball out. He said they're going to lose to SMU. They're going to lose to Bama.
Yeah.
I think he said they're going to beat Virginia, and then they're going to lose. I don't think they're going to beat Virginia, by the way. They're going to lose at Louisville, and he said that's when they're going to fire him.
Yeah, he's going to have to pull some rabbits out of the hat if he wants to keep his job. He's going to have to make the playoffs or at least get snubbed in a way or something. He's going to have to it's going to have to look like a completely different team. Florida will upset Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like that take just looking at it just because if I find wins on the Gators schedule, we got them at home. So I like that. We'll get there. We'll get there. Just like you said, I mean, Ole Miss got a tough schedule the game before I think you said it was Missouri or something like that. They
The
have
game
a big,
after is Missouri.
okay, the game before is a big game, so either they're coming off on a high, and the game for us before I think is also a big, huge game. So depending on if we beat Auburn and then we play Ole Miss, I mean
Right.
or if we lose to Auburn, then you got to win that game. So
I think the culture in Florida is going to be great. I think those guys are going to be ready to play every game. We went to a Florida game last year, dude. That's a tough place to play, dude.
I'm holding back because I'm not talking about the Gators right now.
Okay,
because
my bad.
I do have a lot to say, but okay. BYU, everyone's high on BYU this year.
I like them.
I like them too. They do get to play some other Power 4 schools in the mix this year. I'm keeping them right there. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I like it.
USC, I would put him back a little bit. I would put him back. I'm not a believer in the Lincoln Riley defense. I know he's got good offenses, and he's proven
Why
himself.
is Lincoln Riley still Lincoln Riley? Is my question. You win a guy a Heisman, and then you stay in the like. Why do people think he is what he is? What has he done?
I think it's USC. I think it's the school. I think if Lincoln Riley was back in the SEC, he'd have a proper defensive coordinator. I mean, you go to a USC game, and it could be like a kind of big game. They could be playing like Nebraska or something, and half the stadium, the Coliseum's empty. It's kind of like Miami. It's like the city has so much else to do. They're like trading Bitcoin. They're like
who's in LA that's like, oh, I need college football to start. Like they're
Exactly.
on Ozempic and they're on Klonopin. They don't care.
Mhm.
They're doing a podcast and it's not about college football.
They're doing a podcast. They're worried about the script they're writing. They're trying to sell it. Some girls knee deep in a porn career, and she's got aspirations as an actress, and she just hasn't hit it yet. And then you're gonna come up there and say, "Hey, I got these tickets to USC Nebraska. You want to go?"
Nah. You get a beautiful blonde girl from Mississippi. You tell her you got tickets to the Ole Miss LSU game.
She's going.
She's going.
She's going. That's it.
And she's probably going down.
She's
on you.
Oh yeah, everywhere. Yeah. Now, yeah. I mean that's perfect analysis. I just don't. It's in LA. I'm not a big LA fan. I mean, it's just the culture, man. But I do believe in Lincoln Riley. I think they will be good this year. They got the guys. They just got a tough schedule. They got to play Notre Dame. They got to play Ohio State. They got to play Oregon. And to me, I think I got them dropping most, if not all, of these pivotal games.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for Lincoln Riley? I don't know. I don't think they're going to be a bad team.
I don't think they're going to fire him either. He could lose 4 games and like, what are you going to do? You're USC, bro. It's over. It's not 2001.
They don't care.
No one cares.
Oh, you went 7-5? That's okay. I gotta take a helicopter ride out to West Hollywood and go to a Diddy party. Like they don't give a fuck. Diddy's free. Diddy's out. He's coming back.
USC needs to just punt football, no pun intended. Punt football, start focus. You could probably get a good basketball team going. Men's volleyball probably crush there. Like it's football's done out there.
Yeah. The tax you can't. I mean, they take half your taxes in NIL. All these players getting they're paying socialist taxes in California.
They got too much going on, man.
Too much going on in California. Michigan, I think they lose to Michigan with Kyle Whittingham. Kyle Whittingham at Michigan. Watch out, Big Ten. That's a fucking monster ready to wake up. Bryce Underwood finally has a quarterback coach, or he didn't have a quarterback coach all offseason. I mean, you're talking about a guy who was on the cover of college football, 25, and we were just kind of waiting on him to be good. He's going to be good at some point. They got the guys now. They got the coach now. Watch out for Michigan, man. Maybe not this year to break into the playoffs, but they're going to upset some teams.
No, they're going to be solid. They're going to be solid. Even with the weird, even when the coach is like getting people pregnant and trying to kill them, they're not bad. Like it's Michigan.
And they framed him. Sharon Moore.
He was railroaded.
He's an innocent man. He's
just like Sandusky. Just like Sandusky. They railroaded Sandusky.
Sandusky did that shit though. Sandusky actually touched kids. That's a pedophile. You want to talk about presidents being pedophiles? That guy slapped kids' butts in showers at football games.
Did it.
Yeah.
He definitely did. It's just very funny to say Sandusky got railroaded. That's a
Yeah.
great bit. There's people that still believe that. There's Penn State fans that paint that on their chest.
I saw it tattooed on one of them too. I was like, "That's a bold." It was a prison tattoo. It was a prison tattoo, but it was tattooed nonetheless.
That's probably not a popular tattoo in prison either. That might get you.
Sandusky.
Might get you.
Sandusky. Yeah, for sure. The worst part about the whole Sandusky thing was they took the wins from Joe Paterno. And
Bro,
it sucks
so
because
I
they
was
took
like,
wins from Bobby Bowden. They took wins from Bobby Bowden too.
I think I was like 10 or 12 years old when that happened. I was probably like 8 or 9. And up until the last like 3 or 4 years, my subconscious, anytime I see the Penn State logo, all I could think about was pedophilia.
Yeah.
It's the same way like some people, they see a priest collar and all they think about is the sex scandals and pedophilia. It's like they're just now breaking out of that now I see their logo and I just think about, okay, whiteout game. Dude, for a while it was just like Penn State. Oh yeah, that's that like pedophile school.
Yeah, they did a good. Was it like 3 years ago with Mo Bamba? Now it switched from pedophiles to Mo Bamba. You're like, now it's just Mo Bamba.
They've got good PR now.
It was great PR, great rebranding there. Mo Bamba, probably the most opposite of pedophilia you could get, I think.
Yeah, black people hate.
If we're talking a spectrum of not pedophilia, I think Mo Bamba's on the opposite side.
Urban culture is pretty non-pedophilic. They've got their downfalls, but they don't mess with pedophilia.
Yeah, except for that one Philadelphia Eagles fan that was like
EDP. Have you seen the documentary? I haven't watched it yet.
No,
it looks really good.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, that guy.
Maybe we'll do a watch party. The documentary looks great.
College Football Comics watch party on. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. So, I mean, okay, but actually, seriously, Penn State with Matt Campbell, talk about rebranding. This was the coach, and this was the coach like the whole time. I don't know why it took him so long. You remember the whole thing where like all these coaches were going places, and Penn State's sitting there twiddling their thumbs like, who do we pick?
It was, that was not good, but it ended up working out for them. They might have had something. They might have just had to keep their mouth shut about it. They might have had it lined up earlier. But yeah, that was a weird. They were just sitting there dead in the water, like didn't make any sense. And I don't think bald guy. What's his name?
James Franklin.
James Franklin. I don't think he's bad. I got Virginia Tech winning a lot of games. They could be an ACC dark horse. Who knows? He got some good transfers. He knows how to coach a team. I think the vibes I get from that is that Penn State's a good program. James Franklin is a great coach. Something just wasn't clicking. And I don't think it's like culture or whatever. I just think there's more to the equation. Something wasn't quite clicking. I think they can both be great separate from each other.
I'm with you. I agree. Okay, SMU. I need to do more research on SMU.
I do as well.
Because, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I keep talking about vibes, but at the end of the day, that's really all we got to work with preseason. The vibes I'm getting from SMU is that they just need another ACC school to kind of push into the playoff picture. I don't know, like they were good last year. I don't know what makes them stellar though.
Well, I was listening to ESPN's college football podcast from yesterday, and they were interviewing one of the guys from SMU and saying he was like one of their teammates is the center of the Heisman Trophy race. And so I'm sitting here going, who the fuck is on SMU that's in the middle of the middle of the Heisman?
If it's a wide receiver, I'm gonna be pissed.
I think it might have been a wide receiver.
That's ridiculous.
Let me look here. Because to me, running backs, it's the year of the running back or always quarterbacks for the Heisman.
Right.
But yeah, so they got some guys, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to waste anyone's time who's watching this. Don't know much about SMU, but I mean, they're not. If you're Miami and you got to go to SMU and it's the middle of the season or late November, wherever you're at, you can't sleep on them.
You can't sleep on them. I think they'll be about as good as they were last year. They haven't done anything to wow.
Kevin Jennings, the quarterback, he's returning. He's awesome. Let's see.
They might sit around 20 the entire season.
They could, but they'll creep up because these teams have to lose. Some of these teams have to drop a game, right?
Right.
And I think the SEC bias is gone now. Like I think after last year, there's still some SEC bias for sure, but I think after the 3 years of the Big Ten winning and like how Indiana just dismantled Alabama in the playoffs, I think we've kind of got away from the SEC is
True.
just kind of better. And
True.
so I don't think that if one of these SEC schools loses that they won't let SMU jump. I think they would let SMU jump.
For sure. For sure.
So we'll come back to them. Also want to come back to Tennessee. They got a new quarterback situation. They got a quarterback battle going on. Josh Heupel, I think he's a great coach. I love the offense at Tennessee. They got the firepower. I don't have them winning a lot of games this year. I think I got them going 7-5 to 8-4, but that's just because of their schedule.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like a Heupel firing type record. I think there'll be a tough game for everyone that they play, but I don't know that they're gonna pull out a 2-loss or even a 3-loss season. I could see 3. I don't know their schedule off the top of my head, but I think I picked them to lose 3, maybe 4.
Yeah. Let's rapid fire these because I really don't know much about any of these teams. I mean, I know a good bit about Louisville and Missouri. Missouri's a good team. I mean, Drinkwitz is a great coach.
Thought he was going to get poached in the offseason.
I thought he was too. Ahmad Hardy. I mean, he's also in the Heisman talk for best, or at least Doak Walker Award talk for best running back of the year. So they're going to have a strong ground game, and their quarterback can sling it. So Missouri sitting there at 25, returning their coach, returning their quarterback, returning their All-American running back. Don't hate it. I do think they will drop some, and some teams will come up again. Brent Pry at Louisville. I think Louisville's going to be scary good. So
they're built. They're built to take on giants. You know what I mean? They're not built to go undefeated, but they're built to like beat your favorite team when they probably shouldn't. You know what I mean?
I agree.
What's Houston doing? Do you know why Houston's here? I don't really know why.
Yeah, Houston returns their quarterback. They got who's their head coach now? Their head coach, I mean, he's been there for a couple years now. He's
they're
like
solid
like
Big 12.
It's not Rich Rodriguez, is it? This is the thing about doing the first podcast back is and like
We're
not
rusty.
doing anything in the off season.
We're rusty.
We're definitely rusty. Who's Houston head coach? And I'm going to say the name, and you're going to be like, "Oh yeah, Willie Fritz." Yeah, Willie Fritz, former coach at Tulane. Whenever Tulane beat USC in the Cotton Bowl, so I mean, he's got a high-powered offense.
Yeah, no, I mean Houston's solid. They're
and Connor Wegman transferred from Texas A&M, so they got some guys. They got some guys on the football field.
Definitely a Big 12 contender. Iowa. I like Iowa. I love Iowa. When I play college football 27, I use Iowa's playbook. I run the clock. I beat it down people's throats. I love the way they play. When you play Iowa, you have to play Iowa football. They're one of those teams where you have to meet them where they are. They could beat some teams this year, depending on how the games go. They keep the games low scoring. You know their defense is going to be good. It's a matter of how well are they going to be able to run the ball. And if they can run the ball well, and if they can pass like competently, they could be pretty good.
They proved it under the new offensive coordinator last year that they can actually put some points up. So Iowa with an offense, second year under the new system, and they're still the same old Iowa. They're still running the ball, but they're also passing it better, and they still got that defense. I mean, they could have the potential to upset some teams too. So I agree with you. I like Iowa as well. In any event, let's get to some of our predictions.
Let's go. This is the good part.
Running it here. Okay. We'll do yours first because I got them up. So
excellent.
Let me pull this right here. I'm gonna zoom in. Let's see. I'm gonna have to transition because these are pictures. All right.
Nice.
Boom. Boom, and then we'll full screen this thing.
All right. So these are our championships. Yeah, we'll do these first. All right. Yeah, Miami. Who the heck? Like, I don't know. I don't. I think whoever Miami gets in the ACC championship is going to be banged up. I have Louisville at 9-4. I got a lot of ACC teams that are around that record. I think they're going to get someone that's just banged up and frankly not in a top 10 caliber for the ACC championship.
Yeah.
I could see Virginia Tech in that game. I could see a lot of different teams in that game. Like, I think this is Miami's year to win the ACC. I don't think that needs too much explaining. Big Ten championship. I think it will be Indiana and Oregon. But the thing is, the only reason I picked Oregon is because celebrated
20 months of membership. Hell yeah.
FM, dude.
Fuck Mike fucking. I thought he was gonna say fuck Mike Norvell. What are you trying to say there? I know he's got the shish kebabs for the Seminoles though. So.
That's a fun emoji for them. I love that. That's a great emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of but I picked Oregon over Indiana just because I think Oregon is a very complete team. I think Dante Moore's good, and I don't see someone back-to-backing the Big Ten. I don't have a lot of. Again, it's just vibes right there. That game could go either way, but I do think that will be the Big Ten championship. Big 12 championship. I think BYU beats Texas Tech. Again, I don't think Texas Tech just smokes the Big 12 again. I think BYU could be pretty good, and I hate BYU. I hate Mormons. I think it's a gross religion. I think Joseph Smith is burning in hell, but I think they're a complete team. I like Bear. Bear's fun to watch. Even though I hate Mormons, I will be rooting for Bear because he's a fun guy to watch. I think BYU has steadily gotten better and better, and it's fuck Miami. Fuck Miami. Oh, yeah, very okay.
I should know that. I've heard that so many times growing up as a kid in Doak Campbell.
Very good.
Yeah. Joseph the Soaker King. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to hop on the Mormon train now, though, because if you don't, you're not going to go to – what's their thing? I don't know their heaven.
I think
it's like 7 circles. You got to get –
yeah, you get your own planet or something.
If you don't believe in BYU's football team this year, you're not going to be able to get to the second level of heaven. You're just going to be able to go to the first. So you want to be able to at least get to one.
I don't know how Mormon heaven works, but it's not real, and they're in hell, so it doesn't really matter. SEC championship, LSU 13-0, beating Georgia in the SEC championship. I couldn't bring myself to imagine a world where LSU loses to anybody this year, and I'm not being a homer because, I didn't pick them to do that much last year.
You're definitely being a homer.
I don't think so, man. I don't think there's a single team where you can earnestly say. I don't think there's a single team where you can earnestly say, yeah, they're better than LSU. They'll beat LSU. I mean, realistically, they probably will drop a game or two just because who's going to go undefeated in the SEC this year? Probably nobody. But if anybody will, it'll be them boys. Yeah, dude, Lane Kiffin, he's never, everywhere he's been, whatever conference he's in as a head coach, he rises to the top. FAU, he rose them to the top of their conference. Ole Miss, dude, Ole Miss, people are acting like Ole Miss is like a Texas or a Florida or like they were never that. They beat Alabama two years in a row. That kind of put them on the map with Hugh Freeze. They've never won an SEC championship. They've never done much of anything. Lane Kiffin brought them. He rose them to the top. Lane Kiffin rises to the occasion. Wherever he's at, he makes them the best version of what they can possibly be. And we already know the best version of LSU is the best team in college football. So
that's true.
I mean,
got all the resources. You got the backing of the state.
We got our governor involved with dude. No, I think Lane Kiffin he's the best version of wherever he is, and he happens to be at the most resourceful college football team. I mean, genuinely, LSU and Georgia.
I'm not gonna hate on it because if you're right, I mean, then that proves that all it takes is just 1 year in the new system to get your shit right and win an SEC championship. So I'm kind of hoping LSU proves it. But I mean, we know you got the guys. We saw the transfers earlier. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it's not, but in the first year being a head coach, I still think there's some kinks you got to work out on the team. Nothing's going to be perfect. So
the only thing kinky about LSU is Lane Kiffin's hot yoga session.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Okay. The American AAC, show us the doll where Lane touched you that made you so tingly. Dude, I would let Lane Kiffin have his way with me. I won't even deny that. The way women feel about Matthew McConaughey is how I feel about Lane Kiffin. I would let Lane Kiffin ruin me. Navy, dude. Okay, hear me out. If you go through Navy's schedule, it was the same thing. I couldn't, dude. I think they got it.
Why are they undefeated? Why are they undefeated though?
Because they don't lose a game, bro. Let's go through Navy schedule super quick, super fast. I know this isn't like riveting stuff here.
They play the same teams every year, and they do lose games every year.
Towson, FAU, UAB, win. Air Force, tragedy. That's a win. Tulsa, not great. Lost a lot of guys. Don't know if you know about that. That's a win. At UTSA, give me that. North Texas, they lost their coach and everyone good on their North Texas. It might not beat a FBS team this year. Notre Dame. This is a neutral site, right?
So you're saying they're gonna beat Notre Dame?
Hear me out.
Neutral site game. They're gonna get slaughtered. This is the first game they'll get slaughtered. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame doesn't give a fuck about their rivals. We know that. They drop USC. They don't care about rivalries. They're going to be sleepwalking through most of their schedule. They're not coming into this game thinking about anything. They're just like cruising on through their season. Navy, bro. Navy and Notre Dame is a rivalry. Most people don't like to think about that. Navy is going to be ready. Navy is weird. They play weird football. I really do see a world where they beat Notre Dame. And if they beat Notre Dame, that's going to put them on such a confidence level that the rest of their schedule, if they can get past Notre Dame, it's Temple, Memphis, Charlotte, and then the Army game. Army's bad. Dude, 12-1.
Army also beats them this year. Pretty sure Army beat them last year. Army beats them too.
They did. I think it's a 12-1, 10-2 situation regardless.
Who's the team before Notre Dame? Who are the two teams you said before Notre Dame?
It is North Texas and UTSA.
Never mind. You said something. I was gonna look something up, but I forgot what it was.
It's genuinely no one they can't beat. I think they're gonna put it together. The uniforms, the Navy uniforms that they be wearing in their school pictures, it gets me hyped up. I realistically 13-0 is nuts. I had them beating Notre Dame just for fun, but there is a world, dude. There's absolutely a world where that happens. The preseason lies are elite. It seems beating Notre Dame is never going to happen.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, Joey, if you missed it, we rebranded to College Football Comics, so we will be slinging propaganda this season. That's now that
that's kind of my shtick.
Yeah, now that the radio hosts are gone,
we can say anything.
Yeah, we don't have to actually tell you college football news. We can lie.
I think the method for building this podcast is going to be, I'm going to say the dumbest things you've ever heard, and then we're going to clip that and rage bait on Instagram, and that's going to really build the viewership.
It's not.
I think we lost.
No, you're good. I'm pulling mine up because.
But it's not rage bait. They could beat Notre Dame, dude.
Could happen. Probably not. All right. I got the same ACC championship game as you. And at this point I got Miami going 13-0. But here's my thing. They've never won an ACC championship. And I'm pretty sure FSU went down to the Seminole tribe and put a hex on them or a spell or something, so they will never win an ACC championship. So even if they do beat Louisville in the regular season and they do get undefeated in the regular season, they will most likely lose this ACC championship game, and then they'll still get a bid to the playoffs. They'll find their way into the playoffs. That's kind of what I got going on. So I think I got either Louisville or Miami winning the ACC championship. Big Ten championship. Big Ten championship. And by the way, we used what's this website? The PFN
Pro Football Network.
So I just try to do unbiasedly with what I knew last week, and these are the teams I wound up with. I didn't have any preconceived notions about who I wanted in the championship, besides maybe Miami in the ACC. Big Ten ended up being Oregon and Ohio State. I think Oregon's poised to get there undefeated, if not undefeated, maybe dropping one or two. But I like Oregon a lot this year, and it looks like I got Ohio State in there. I guess I have Indiana taking a step back. It could happen.
It could happen, and that's not even Indiana taking a step back. They could be just as good as they were and lose 2 games. Like
Yeah,
I mean, it's football, dude. It's college football.
I got Arizona State going to the Big 12 championship and BYU, so we agree on BYU.
Texas Tech.
No Texas Tech. Brendan Swordsby gambled too much. They don't have a quarterback. BYU, my winners of the Big 12 championship, it looks like. And I got some splaining to do on this. I guess I got Ole Miss winning the SEC. Don't know how they
think they get better without Kiffin? Is crazy.
I mean, I might have to reevaluate my situation here because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't think LSU is going to be the SEC champion. I think the SEC is really just up for grabs.
It really is.
I don't know if gun to my head who to bet on this year in the SEC. Like if you're saying gun to my head, I don't know, man. Kill me. I'd have to go with like Georgia or Texas because that's just the safest bet right now because that's what everyone else thinks. So if I'm dying, everyone else is too. So, but Oklahoma's right there. Like Oklahoma, Ole Miss, LSU, all those teams for me right there. I think Florida, first year in John Summerall, I think we'll beat some teams, but I definitely think we're going to drop that game to Texas. Just to get into a little bit of Florida a little bit. I think we're going to drop the game to Texas. Probably got us dropping to Ole Miss, obviously. Or maybe I had Florida beating Ole Miss as the only one there. I think we're at 8-4, 9-3 for the Gators. And that's a loss to Texas. That's a loss to God, who do I have us losing to? I want to say Ole Miss, but also it's in the swamp, so I think I might have given Ole Miss that one. Because Oklahoma's coming to the swamp. That's a tough game. I got us beating Auburn. I think losing to Ole Miss, losing to Texas, and dropping either one of Georgia or Oklahoma.
Where's the Texas game?
At Texas.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
That's a tough one. We talked about it. I mean, I'm not going to deny Indiana. I'm surprised I didn't have them in the.
I think they should be top 4.
Yeah. I'm not gonna dispute them being top 5, top 4, or anything like that. Until proven otherwise, Signetti's teams dominate in physical games. And the only game that was relatively close was the Penn State game last year, and that was one of the greatest 1 minute, 2 minute drives I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I remember. I can't say that on air. That's illegal. But I
got Memphis beating Tulane, and I got Tulane going back to the AAC championship.
Yeah, AAC is just I don't know, dude.
And then I'm gonna go ahead full
with the new coach though. That's why I didn't pick Tulane to do too much.
I'll pull up these for you because I mean, where's our lock here?
All right.
Who cares?
No one really cares about this.
Boise State probably going to win the Pac-12. Who cares?
Yeah.
MAC championship. Who cares? Conference USA, Jayville State, great O line. You know, a lot of people don't know this. They have arguably the greatest. They have arguably the greatest offensive line coach in college football, and he just likes the place he lives, so he's never left. He's like a legend. I come from an offensive line house. Both my little brothers are great offensive linemen. Obviously, I didn't get those genes, but to like among the O line circles, they have a great O line. I like picking them. All right, these are fun.
You gotta let it.
Are we clapping?
I guess I can't stop it. I guess you can't. You gotta let it play all 6
Are
seconds.
we clapping for their offensive line?
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's
Great.
what it was.
Mountain West, North Dakota State. Again, they're one of those programs. I know this is their first year, like in the FBS, but they rise to the occasion, man. They've always been great. They only know how to be great, and I think they're gonna come out and do some great things in the Mountain West. UNLV, like them, they got a lot going on. I think that is a good Mountain West championship game when you really look at the conference. All right, and here's the fun one. Sunbelt Billy.
This is retarded, by the way. This is absolute. I was actually pissed off whenever you sent me this.
I did this just for you. Here's the thing. Sunbelt's always gonna be the Sunbelt. I feel like if Billy Napier, he's just taking a step back, coming down to like a more realistic aspirations for himself. I think he knows how to recruit. We know that. And in the Sun Belt, that can win you some games, dude. 13-0 is crazy. I actually didn't mean – I got them to like 9-0, I think. That was genuine. And I didn't mean to do that. And then once I saw I had them at 9-0, I was like, let it fucking ride. Because if he does it, I want to be able to say I saw it coming, which now I'm admitting I didn't. But I think they're going to be good. And I think they could win the Sun Belt. I really do.
Well, we're talking about a team that made the playoffs last year. Right?
And yeah.
So
and you go or year before, right? No, it was last year.
I think it was last year because Tulane and JMU made it over Notre Dame.
So they've been there. They had Signetti, then they made the playoffs. Like, it's not crazy. I do think they will win the Sun Belt. I mean, look at the other team that made it. USA 7-6. It's gonna be bloody in the Sun Belt just because they're all kind of near the same level. And I think having Billy Napier there, great play calling. Kidding.
No,
but I think he'll pass the sticks.
I think he learned his lesson.
It's like, you know, when like a guy, he has like a really great girlfriend and he just treats her like shit. And she gives him these chances and she's like, hey, you gotta quit treating me like shit. But the only thing that really gets through his head is her leaving him. And she's always the one that got away. And then the next girlfriend he gets, he treats her great. You know what I mean? The thing that took getting through his head to not be treating her like shit is getting a new girlfriend. And he realized, I need to treat this woman right. Because I can't go back and get the old one, but I need to treat this girl right. I think that's Billy Napier with JMU. I think he's going to pass the sticks on play calling. And everything other than play calling, Billy does great.
I like how you made the whole girlfriend analogy and the wife beater. That was excellent. That was awesome.
I've learned a thing.
I can say that you learned that from experience. But no, yeah. So Billy in the offseason was like, I think I was maybe a little bit too stubborn. He didn't really talk a whole lot about it. I'm sure it's still a thing. He knows. I mean, and some of the things that I've seen like John Summerall talk about and the way he's fixed. And John's done a good job of not shitting on Billy or the previous administration, I think. But he got rid of a lot of people, and for some reason now we can put 11 players on special teams and not get penalties for the last 4 years. So I don't know what Billy is a good CEO. He implemented a lot of great things as far as facilities, staff and all that. But when we got John Summerall's in here like, oh, we need to get this turf out of the weight room. We need to lift weight. And I think the Gators put on, I want to say like 10 tons of weight across the whole team or something.
That can't be right.
No, it's not. That's not right. It's like 3 tons. It's like tons, actual tons of weight across the whole team. Though I will get you that answer next week,
That's
because
nuts.
it's actually multiple tons worth of weight that they have gained, and of pure muscle.
That's kind of
So
ridiculous, actually.
yeah. I'm definitely exaggerating a little bit on that, but it's a lot. So yeah, I like that. I don't think I got JMU out to see who I have for Sun Belt Championship. I like Boise there, and I like NDSU and UNLV. I think that's a great matchup. And let me pull mine up. Show
Yeah,
you.
I want to see what you have compared to mine.
Who I got.
This will be
because
fun.
it's fairly. I want to say it's
Are you
fairly.
gonna be mad if JMU is like really good?
No, because
Bother you?
I really, really wanted Billy Napier to be like the guy because I liked him, but like the more and more I heard like a story about him or two, like from some college football players that were like had firsthand experience with him, and then also just the way he would like step around answers, I was like, I'm kinda done with him, but he is a nice guy and I want him to do well and I want him to succeed. Uh I mean, the highs were pretty high with him, and he recruits great. So all he's got to do is just hand the sticks over on offense, baby. That's all he's got to do. Um, okay. Don't know how I wound up with Western Kentucky and Liberty
Who
in the
cares?
USA Championship. Yeah, we'll go ahead.
Who cares?
Mac, Miami of Ohio. I think I got them winning. Either them, Ohio, or Toledo are my top runners in the MAC. So I'll keep an eye on them. I think Toledo might have won last year, but I think it was Miami of Ohio and Toledo. Looks like we have the same Mountain West championship, but in year 3, or might be maybe year 2 of Dan Mullen, the fighting Dan Mullins over there in Las Vegas. I got them going 13-0 and
So
winning the Mountain West.
we have 2 former Florida head coaches going undefeated. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so that's the thing. I never thought we should have fired Dan Mullen. I think if Dan Mullen would have got a defensive coordinator, he'd still be our coach.
Yeah.
And Dan Mullen, talking about chirping about Florida in the offseason, said, I think 3 out of the 4 years we were in the top 12 whenever I was the coach. So we would have been in the playoff 3 out of the 4 years. And we fired him. I'm a huge Dan Mullen fan, huge Cousin Eddie fan. He's just one of my favorite coaches of all time. He's the reason why we won the 2 national championships that we won, in my opinion, and obviously Urban Meyer too. But you know, you could see the difference in the offense when Steve Adazio took over, and it was just dive, dive, dive. Also, we didn't have Percy Harvin because he went to the NFL. So I mean, I love Dan Mullen. We'll always love Dan Mullen. I think this is a good year for him. He's got year 2 under his belt. That was one of his best years at Florida. So.
Right.
I think he's going to do good. Sun Belt, App State, Troy. Don't know, dude. Don't know.
Not sure.
Pac-12, Boise. Just send them. Just do it. Fuck it. Send it.
Yeah, like who's gonna challenge them for the Pac-12 championship? Maybe in the old Pac-12, but not this one.
Texas State is in the Pac-12 now.
Yeah, it's a weird. That's the
conference.
one thing I miss the Pac-12 and the Big East a lot.
I'm glad they held it together, though. That's my thing. I'm glad they
true.
stayed together. Let me pull up your
The
playoffs.
big ones. The big one.
Your playoffs here. In this, you can say you didn't go homer all you want.
I didn't though. That's the craziest part. I was thinking with my head, not even my heart, and they just happen to be lined up.
Okay.
Oh no, I forgot to. I got Ohio State.
You got Ohio State beating.
Yeah, the winner of
beating Navy.
Dude, this is so amateur. No, Georgia's gonna beat Navy.
No, that's okay. We see how you're going. So you got Alabama beating Texas Tech. So without Brendan Sorsby, you think Texas Tech still gets there?
I think they would have beat them last year.
Mm. But meanwhile, you had BYU winning. Okay, so BYU beats Texas Tech, and they both get in because they were in the championship. I gotcha. LSU beats Bama.
All right, dude. Obviously we didn't line up the playoffs. They just fell where our record predictions lied. And I didn't do this intentionally, but dude, LSU Alabama in the playoffs would feed families.
Yeah. 100%.
It would feed nations.
A small country, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
oh
agree.
my god, it would produce the GDP of like most African countries.
Yeah. Can you imagine this in Baton Rouge, or not Baton Rouge, but
The Sugar
Louisiana?
Bowl,
Yeah, the
bro,
Sugar Bowl. Yeah,
bro.
Nolan's. Yeah, it'd be good. I like this. I like the LSU Oregon matchup too. I like the LSU Oregon national championship.
Rematch, national championship rematch, or it wasn't a natty. It was a.
Yeah, not natty.
It was a. I think it was a Sugar Bowl though.
I don't
Way
know.
back in the day. Sorry.
Can't remember. So if Miami and Oregon play, this right here to me could go either way. I think you could face Miami in the net. I think I'm huge on Miami in the playoffs, just seeing how Cristobal handled that. I mean, they cut it close against Ole Miss and won, and they cut it close against Indiana. We're talking about a Miami team who's upgrading at quarterback, got the same weapons, and they were a play away from beating Indiana and winning the national championship. So I think they make a deep run. Indiana Notre Dame is a great first round playoff match. By the way, I looked at this and I was like, I think that's my favorite first round match.
That would be awesome.
That's my favorite first round.
Very
match.
realistic. Very realistic too.
I think so. So you got LSU winning. I don't know if you're going to put money on it, and I don't know if next week we'll stick there, because I think next week let's finalize our picks, put our money where our mouth is, put some shots on it, figure out what we're going to do for the rest of the season.
I'm down.
Yeah. All right. So Rob is my Andrew Tate of the Swampcast. There is no Swampcast. There is no Swampcast anymore. It's only college football comics. Just joking. I'll be back at some point. Tim's texting me right now, so we're working things out. Not even. I don't know why I said that. Not working things out. We're in the planning stages here. Sorry, guys. Not trying to cause any drama. Let me pull my playoff rankings up, or my playoff schedule up.
This is exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both got a good idea of some teams that are gonna be in. Like, we both had teams that are gonna be. I like seeing your predictions on the championship games, and the conference championship games, and also in the playoffs, because I'm like, if we're both just ancillarily just coming up with this,
right?
And
the
experts
and
the experts are also coming up with this, I feel pretty good about the picks.
Yeah.
So also, hey, look, same Texas Tech spot here wound up for me, but I have them playing Texas A&M instead of Alabama. Oh, you don't see anything on your end?
No, it is black.
I got it.
Nothing wrong with that.
It looks like it's showing up on my screen. I'll
let me check the YouTube. Oh, there it is. Oh,
I'll stop it and I stopped it and reshared it. Okay, there you go. Should be good. So I got Texas Tech renewing an old Big 12 rivalry with Texas A&M in the playoffs. I think that's exciting. Likewise, I got Notre Dame in the same 10 spot you got them in, but I have them playing Ohio State. It looks like Indiana gets snubbed in my playoffs, which I don't like. I think Indiana probably makes the playoffs if I had to put my money on it. UNLV, I got Dan Mullen in there. I don't hate it, but I think that's probably why Indiana got snubbed. Otherwise, you see Indiana playing BYU, because I had Dan Mullen going 13-0 because I was fucking around. So I think if UNLV drops even one game, they're out here, and you can put Indiana there, and Indiana beats BYU, and then BYU plays Oklahoma, and then from there, to me, it's kind of a toss-up. But at this point, preseason me is like, I think Indiana gets Oklahoma, but I don't know. Ole Miss, because I had them winning the SEC championship, beats Notre Dame. They get to rematch Miami, and then they lose again in this scenario, and then we get an Oklahoma-Miami national championship game. So I was very close to having Oregon, Miami.
What a snooze fest!
This is a great playoff.
This is a snooze fest playoff right here.
The national championship game, maybe, but keep in mind, if UNLV was Indiana, I think I got Indiana, Miami in a rematch
Wow.
from the
That
12
would be
spot.
fun. That would be fun.
From the 12 spot, so kind of a flip of last year's playoff where you had Miami coming in from the 12 spot and Indiana coming in. I think they were either number 3 or number 1. So it's a flip. I think I would say if I had to amend this, UNLV is out. I think they drop one game somewhere. Indiana's in, and Indiana beats BYU, beats Oklahoma, and then Oregon or Indiana in the chip versus Miami. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
No figs. You guys missed the national convention. Me and Leighton ate and drank all of the fig.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that at the crib. The figs.
Fig
I know what he's
moonshine.
talking about now.
Fig moonshine gone. Fig moonshine takedown. And Leighton, I'm pretty sure he drank that the day of the hot dog race, and it was just not like that's obviously why he did not do well in the hot dog race. Yeah. All right. I mean, we got our predictions out there. I don't think they're good predictions, but that's why I don't know. I think they're.
Let me say this.
Enough.
Let me say
They're
this before we go. Let me say this before we go. And I never took my flowers for this on the pod, and I wish I did. This time last year, it was this episode last year, the first one where we're not predicting weeks, we're just giving preseason predictions. I came in hot with stats, and I was dicking around. I'm not going to act like I actually saw this coming. I was dicking around, but I said Indiana could be the best team.
Mm-hmm.
I did say that.
You did.
And I talked about it for a couple minutes, and I gave stats and you guys didn't deny it, but it was like just kind of a BS. We very well could see some of my BS play out this year. That's all I want to say.
If it plays out this year, then LSU wins the national championship. So it's going to be a hell of a year for the podcast if that happens. You've never seen a clip of the race? Of the hot dog race? Oh, well, just go in the Discord. It's all over the Discord. They got AI videos of me making out with Leighton like a Alaskan mountain man porno. So
nice.
There's plenty of that in the Discord, Joey. I think that'll do it for us this week. We'll be back Mondays at 8. Unless, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to interfere with the Swampcast if they got shit going on Tuesdays, but Tuesdays is kind of good for me, honestly.
I'm down for whatever.
Yeah,
I think Tuesdays are good because we won't start running into like Monday Night Football and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we might do Tuesdays at 8. There's not an open mic. It's not as busy for me as Mondays, so I think Tuesdays at 8, unless the Swampcast has a conflict. In which case we'll probably go like Mondays or Sundays.
Why'd you get kicked off the Swampcast, man?
I didn't get kicked off. We stopped doing the weekly podcast. It was a group decision.
It's not what I heard. I'm just fucking around.
You know what I heard?
What'd you hear?
You know what I heard? That you lost and came in last in the fantasy football league, and you got kicked out of the Bueno Bowl fantasy football league because you didn't go come in a cup and check that box that says when you're.
I have
18,
religious
you can contact
exemption.
me.
I have religious exemption from that.
Hey, I'm just the messenger here. A lot of people are mad about it.
Wow. I don't think a single person would have done that, by the way.
Yeah, I will say controversy, though. There is controversy because you technically weren't last going into the loser bracket of the playoffs. And then, like, you didn't have the most losses, but you lost the losers bracket.
Yeah, I kind of gave up on it because I didn't really care about the loser bracket, but I did win my work fantasy league. I went in, like, with an even record to the playoffs in my work league, and I ended up winning it.
That's pretty good. I think I think no one typically counts the losers bracket. No one. It's always end of regular season. But whatever.
What do you guys? I'm trying to think of a good punishment for my. I got a league going with some buddies, and we're still thinking of a good punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we're leaning towards you got to go take the ACT.
That sucks.
That sucks.
That does suck. I saw one where they locked a guy in a closet and gave him a 1,000-piece bean puzzle. and he was in there all day. He was in there for 12 hours, and he wasn't even close to done with the bean puzzle.
Wow.
And he couldn't leave the closet until he got the bean puzzle done.
Wow. Yeah, that's brutal.
That is brutal.
That's almost as bad as artificial insemination.
I mean, would it really be that bad to have a kid pop up and like, imagine you were like balling, 18 years from now, you're fucking set, you're balling, and this kid comes along, and he's 18, or she.
Yeah, but sperm banks are like satanic. That's my qualm. That's like
oh yeah,
it's like Jewish magic or something.
Oh shit. Okay. We'll have a short college football documentary on how sperm banks are satanic coming right up.
Yeah, I'm gonna start working on that.
Somehow you tie it like Arch Manning and the Manning.
Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you. I needed a string to follow.
Yeah,
there we go.
Brought it back full circle. Yeah. Next week, go ahead and plug your shit, Logan. I'm gonna be working on rebranding this whole thing. Tell us which logos you liked earlier. I'll probably post it in the Discord.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't have much to plug right now. I'm trying to get my life together. You might see me playing for the Navy midshipmen soon if things aren't if things don't turn out the way I need them to in the next couple months. But yeah, Logan Joshua Brown on Instagram. I might start trying to make some short form college football content that's pretty lighthearted, just so we can have some stuff to like post throughout the week. Try to get more viewers on this thing.
Yeah.
Next week, I think next week we should go through our unranked teams that we think could have a spark, and just see how it goes from there, though.
Dark horse teams. Obviously, I got mine. I got my dark horse team right here. I like that we're a dark horse team. I like that we're unranked, and we can talk about that next week too. Obviously, we'll try to bring in some FSU fans and bring in some Alabama fans here and get the shit talking flowing, and we'll have the call-in set up after Google looks at my driver's license for the 50th time. So, all right, with no further ado, that's it. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you to everyone who commented. You guys are fun. I like talking shit, but genuinely,
welcome back. It's football season. Less than 10 days away. It's here. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Loser has to compete in a bodybuilding contest. Thank you, Joey.
That's good.
That's a great one.
That is a great one. All right. Peace, everyone.
These people don't give a shit.
Who's giving them the business? Oh, the man is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He got it. Goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back.